think he's kind of a mouth.
Oh, my gosh. What does that mean?
He just says a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with.
All right. I'm going to move on from this as fast as possible.
Number 2. It's time to get you up to speed on all things sports.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
With plenty of nonsense in between.
Oh, look! Here comes our fearless producer!
Gwynn Chris starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
Now we're ready. And finally a Friday. Welcome into Gwynn and Chris on San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr. back in town after the late night home from Arizona, but well worth the ride after the Padres took down the Diamondbacks last night 5-1. We'll talk much about that. And getting ready to start a little homestand tonight against the first place Houston Astros. Matt Scraby is alongside here in the Bill House Studios. We know how. And Tony, definitely want to talk about the game last night because no less than AJ Cassavell wrote on MLB.com that was the most important win of the season up until now. He may not be wrong, considering where you could be. You know, you lose that game, you're 3 back of the wild card, but you win it, you're 1 back, and you're even in the season series coming home. So, you know, I did get a feel. All the games mean a lot. Tonight's is like the next really important one, but that had a little extra last night, I thought, and I think they kind of managed it that way too.
I think it was funny to watch AJ Cassavell try to get Craig Stammen.
Oh, he was trying to get him to admit it?
Try to get him to go along with this yesterday. It was funny. Like the scrum ended after he asked the question. He didn't quite get the response he was looking for.
Yeah.
So, you know, the scrum kind of breaks up. AJ hangs around, and so he kind of prods him a little bit more and puts it in a basketball metaphor because Stam is a big basketball guy. And Stam was like, yeah, no, listen, I get it. It's definitely a big game. But I think, and I said this yesterday, as a manager, he's having to thread the needle of this being an important game because it could have tiebreaker implications.
Right.
But it also being August 6th with 40-plus games left. So he has to obviously put this in a way for his players, because the flip side is if you go out, you make this a big deal, you go out and lose.
That's right.
Then what?
Yeah,
then what? And so
right.
I only brought it up because, you know, you mentioned AJ Cassavell, and I was kind of sitting there like not looking at it, but like listening, and it was just hilarious to me because AJ was like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, a bigger deal. Like, you know, what if it's like Dayton basketball? That's how he kind of put it, so that he could kind of draw Craig in because Craig is a big Dayton basketball guy. And so it was just funny. But, yeah, all in all, I think the guys understood the assignment, went out and acted accordingly. And I don't know that they managed, because they've been really managing, like,
yeah, that's true.
Especially with Walker, they have been kind of real tight leash. Boom. And then if he got 2 times through, and they did not mess it around with the third. Not even one batter.
No. And he was, I think even Walker, as much as he hates to come out of a game, probably had to admit that, I mean, he did a hell of a job to keep him in there, really, with 4 innings and 1 run, because there was a lot of traffic. And,
that's the interesting
one
thing
bad pitch somewhere, the game could have actually gotten away early, and he did not allow that to happen. So I give him credit for that, you know?
That's the interesting thing about Walker. He may only give you 4 and some change, 5, but a lot of times it is just 1 run that he's given up. He's had a couple of those where it's been none. So I think the team is they understand what on those days when walks up, and you know, it looks like Vasquez for now is going to be the one that enters back into the rotation when those 2 guys are up. I think for the time being, everybody's going to be high alert. The Padres are going to be willing to let them go longer if they show the things they need to, but if they aren't, they're not going to hesitate. I think Greg has been on that for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, first inning, he had 2 on, 2 out. He got Nootbaar. Third inning, bases loaded, 2 out. By the way, you know, people don't want to give Bogarts a whole lot of credit. But he made a hell of a play to knock down that sharp hit ball by Nootbaar, save a run in the third inning, and then Buehler got out of it by getting Arenado with the bases loaded. And I think that was a 3-ball count, too. Came up with a double play from Waldschmidt in the fourth inning. So, yeah, I thought Buehler was a big part of that last night, but the bullpen gets the headlines because they just go 5 shutties. And, it was just smooth as, knife through butter. Love to watch it. And I don't know. Go ahead.
Real quick, you can see how much of a difference having Jeremiah back.
Yeah.
Because now it's way easier to put together 4-5 innings of bullpen work when you have, and just think when Adam is healthy, he comes back in September.
It's another one.
Now you got the. Throughout the course of the season, but that bullpen is right, man. This team has an advantage.
Is it possible, and this is going to be a crazy question maybe to some, but as sure of a thing as Mason Miller was in April and May, and he's still almost a sure thing now, let's be honest, is Adrian Morejon almost on the same level now? I really feel comfy when he gets into the game right now, Tony. And I know Moreno got him for a base hit. Moreno's a good hitter, let's be honest. But he struck out the rest of those guys, blew them away. And, he's really, people have said, they can afford to trade, Morejon because you got the rest of them. You couldn't afford to trade this guy because he's lights out right now.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know. He's quite Mason's level, but he's up there. That changeup he's throwing that looks like a slider at times.
That's not fair.
It's dumb. It's absolutely
it's dumb.
And he's I just think what I do think has happened is he's moved himself into the setup role.
Yeah,
For the last 2 years, Adrian has kind of been the Swiss Army guy. Like, we can use him in the 6th. We can use him in a big spot in the 5th with a bunch of lefties. If we need him to close, we can get him. We need to give Mason a day. We can do that.
Yeah.
But he seems to have kind of moved from you can use me in any of those to we're going to use you in the 8th unless there's a big spot coming up because we're going to let you set up Mason.
Well, it was a good win. 5-1 was the final. And I say another thing that sticks out to me about the win last night, Tony, and you know how I like the little things in baseball, and I know you do too. Yep. First 3 runs of the game last night were all scored on outs. Manny, a double play, got a run in.
Situational.
Yes, thank you. Manny, ground ball, got a run in. Sacrifice fly, got the 3rd run in. We were talking about that yesterday. Situational hitting needs to be better. It was good last night, good enough, right, to get runs home.
Yeah. That's how they got the runs. They didn't have a big, blowout inning. They kind of manufactured. They did it with no homers in yesterday's ball game. You had a couple terrific bunts by Renifo. They did a lot of the execution things, right? And they did it throughout the game. That was the cool part, right? They scored a couple times early, a couple innings went by. They added another one and added another one and it was next thing you know, they had a five runs up on the board. So they get to 5, they're going to win all those games.
I'll be honest with you, and I don't have the stat because I don't.
They get to 4, they're going to win.
That's what I was going to say. I don't look at analytics, but you win 5 or score 5 runs, you win 80% of the time, I think, generally. And I bet you that number's higher when it's the Padres. All right, we're excited for a lot of reasons. It's Friday, and we're home, and the Padres are in town, and we got Robbie Ray's going to make his debut tonight. So there's a lot of good stuff to talk about. But very rarely do any of us, Tony, other than when I, get to chat with Scraby on the side here, but very rarely do any of us get to talk to somebody who's the best in the business at what they do. And we just got to, because Mason Miller's going to be our Friar Friday guest today, and we're going to have that for you in a little bit. But, this guy, incredible, so fun to watch. When he threw the last, was it slider last night?
Yeah.
Who was the final hitter? Right-handed hitter was the last hitter. Sorry?
Mr. Snappy?
He got he
No,
got
he's talking about his pitch, Chris.
Yeah, right. The
That's a
pitch is
slider.
called Mr.
It's
Snappy.
snap-
Well, the
snappy,
batter
yeah.
was Mr. Annoying, Tim Tawa, who seems to homer every
This
game
dude,
against
man,
us.
come on.
Yeah, but he had no chance at that last whatever you called it, Mr. Snappy thing. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. He could tell the guy I'm throwing a slider, and the guy ought to just go sit down before he even throws the pitch. He puts
No
it in that
lies.
spot. There's no way.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to do that to major league hitters, but he does.
You got to pick one. You just do. You just have to say, I'm just going to, if he throws a slider, I'm just taking. And I'm just going to hit a fastball only. If he throws these bad boys, throws these sliders right over the middle of the plate, I'm not swinging. Because you can't do both. Not at 103 and 98. Are you kidding me? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
He's throwing a slider that is, I can't even fit the break into my little square here. He's throwing a slider that's about that big.
That's
Right?
a big slider. That's Mr. Snappy if I've ever seen
This
one.
is a decent one right here.
Okay.
This is big.
his goes out
Right?
of the,
And then
out
he's
of the
throw-
screen.
And then he's throwing 103 on a fastball. Like, you just can't do both. Every guy who's had success, at least recently, I know that my man for I think it was the other day in Diamondbacks was the first guy to hit the fastball like that. But all the other hits have been on the breaking ball, and they've all chosen, I'm just sitting slider because it's the slower of the two, and if he throws it for a strike, I got a chance. If I'm only sitting that, but if I'm thinking anything else, it's over.
I think he's up to having allowed 2 or 3 extra base hits now this season. So he's starting to show cracks in the armor. I obviously say that jokingly. All right, we're underway. As I just said, a lot to talk about. Robbie Ray, Mason Miller on the show. Start of a big homestand and everything else. Countdown Friday show. Gwynn and Chris. Hello, welcome to it.
Most families get their financial advice.
Padres back at Petco Park tonight, Friday night, which means City Connect 2.0 in the building. And for all the single ladies out there, if you like tight pants, this could be your guy, Robbie Ray.
Oh goodness, is that where that
on the mound?
Is that where that was going?
That's
Do you
exactly
like tight pants?
This is one of the tighter ones in the game right here. I mean, Walker used to be that guy. He can't. I think he's kind of moved away from him, but Robbie Ray, he cut from that cloth. So certainly having a great year. Tight pant guy.
We were talking about this the other night at the ball game. Quick, Tony, I don't remember you. Did you wear the long pants that dragged on the ground? Or were you still back in the day with the good baseball pants that just went over the knee?
No. I was certainly not a drag on the ground, but mine definitely has some bagginess to them.
Okay.
But I also wore the tribute to Jackie, the Negro League kind of just below the knee, baggy britches, as you like to call them sometimes.
What
britches? He just went with.
Well, here's a good picture of Tony right here with the I'm looking at him in the old Philly uniform, and he did have the good baseball pants just over the knee look. Who started the look that went from took it down to the ground? Do you remember where that began?
Listen, what's funny is that my dad played in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s.
So he had both of those.
You could see the transition of uniform go from 80s where, you had a lot of sock, probably a 2-in-1 stirrup, and then you went into the full kind of sock that looks like a stirrup, and it was pant leg was a little bit further closer to the ankle. And then in the late 90s, Barry Bonds put a strap over his shoe to keep his pants down. And then from there, they got a little bit baggier.
So he actually ran a strap underneath the cleats.
Underneath the cleat.
Yeah, to keep the pants down as low as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where at least how I remember it.
All right. Well, that's as good of an explanation as we're going to get. I'm honestly, the stirrups, you talked about the stirrups. I got a good shot of your dad here in the brown, yellow taco jerseys when he still wore stirrups. Those have gone the way of the dodo bird. Did they even have stirrups available if a player wanted to wear them anymore?
Oh yeah, they still got
do.
It. You still see guys who have it.
Okay. All right. Fashion's very. Okay. As you guys can tell by the way I dress each and every day, fashion's quite important to me. So, guys, gotta
You're
figure
looking.
that out.
I this is a fun thing for everybody out there. Whenever Chris walks in dressed a certain way, I know he's headed to the Padres game because he's always wearing pants and he's always wearing shoes, and he's headed to the Padres game with.
I'm going to go to the Padre game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Playing a pretty good team, Tony. The Astros have won 12 of 15. Pretty quietly because, you look across the American League right now. The Boston Red Sox won again last night. I don't know if you saw some of the highlights of this game.
It was crazy.
Just an incredible game against the White Sox. 12-11 it finished in 12 or 13 innings. Both teams had comebacks. But again, the Red Sox prevailed. They are 31-5 in their last 36 games, which is incredible. But the Astros were 7 games under 500 when this little run began, and now they're in first place. So they're probably coming in there feeling pretty good.
Yeah, good fortune, right? In the right division to be in it this late with a record under 500. But this is a team that's still dangerous, though. They got some bats in their lineup that can get you. Obviously, Jordan having a triple crown like season. But yeah, this is a good test. This whole homestand is going to be a good test for the Pods. Yeah, I wonder how the Padres will handle Yordan Alvarez. You look at their lineup. Altuve normally hits after him. Don't take his shirt off, but I might be willing to face Altuve if I got a base open. Alvarez is just destroying everything right now.
Don't take my shirt off.
There he is. I'm willing to bet that. Well, that's not actually him. That was Carlos.
Yeah, that's right. Carlos Correa talking about him. Yeah,
he was talking about. I think ultimately that's the guy that the Padres will circle and he's not beating us. Like they'll put him on
Yeah.
if those situations are presented to themselves, and they'll deal with the ramifications of it, because throwing to him right now is just not.
Yeah,
not
you're
smart.
asking for trouble for sure. Robbie Ray, your thoughts, having just watched him pitched against us, Tony. So you probably get a little scouting report. I know Scraby always, wants to point out that he grunts when he throws a fastball.
Mark Grant has
He
something
does.
starting.
He does.
Yeah, but we're going to have to eventually get past that, are we not?
Yeah,
Or
Mark
are we
Grant
gonna-
said that the
Yes.
entire stadium needs to grunt with him on every
Oh,
pitch.
goodness. Oh, God. Okay. Well, we'll see if that works. But can you imagine? That would actually be kind of intimidating to the
He's
hitter.
super intimidating. Every time he throws a pitch, just
yeah, that
40,000 people.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to sign up for that.
Yeah,
but
we wouldn't be able to get on the same accord. It'd be all off.
Oh, yeah. It would be
different ones go.
all over the place.
It sounds like people dying over on this.
Although rhythmic clapping people seem to get on the same page, strangely.
Yeah,
I
that
think
is
clapping
strange.
is a rhythm thing, though, so it's a little bit easier. You can kind of get into a clapping rhythm, and even that is a little questionable at times when you're in these stadiums. I'm just telling you.
And then you got the people who don't
some
know when
delays.
to end the clap.
I
and
just
then
want to
there's-
say though, let's not be too critical of the fans. They can also usually put together a wave, if need be, not all fans. That's
I
something
don't
they have
know
to
that
work
you
in
guys-
concert with each other.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are paying attention at the beginning. I know you guys see the end results of the wave. You're not watching as they have to jump start it
Get
like
started.
16 times before it actually gets going. You
Yeah,
know what
there's
I'm
always
saying?
like 3 people just really trying to get
Way
it
off.
going.
Yeah,
right,
way off
and
base.
that's really the only times it happens faster is when you got like 3 people running in like the middle part of the concourse trying to get everybody to put their hands up. That's how it works.
I
most of
remember
the time.
sitting in the press box one time, and there was this drunk guy in front of us, and he was so excited about the wave. And he kept turning around because none of us would do the wave in the press box because you're not really supposed to do crazy
getting
things like
mad
that.
at you.
Wait, he wanted us to do.
Why
you
aren't you guys doing the wave? And we're like, we're in the press box. We're not supposed to. He's like, come on, do the wave. It was great. It was actually kind of funny.
Tell the guy to calm down a little bit.
Well, he
Sounded like
was
pretty excited
intoxicated,
about
and
it.
he was
He
feeling it.
intoxicated.
I see.
That-
One thing we can
Those
also
are-
look forward to now. Well, talk about Robbie Ray, the pitcher, though, Tony. Before we move on,
Yeah.
What are we looking for tonight?
Good fastball. Pitches at the top of the zone with it. Very, at least this season, pretty consistent with his secondary stuff. He just competes, man. He four-seamer, slider, change up, sinker, curve. And he distributes them, pretty evenly. 35%, 25%, 17%, 13%, 11%.
Wow,
But
okay.
about 93 average, top out 95. He'll reach back 96 every once in a while, but he's just a good pitcher. And he's a dude who eats innings. Like, he's one of them cats that if he's giving up 3 or 4, he's still going to get you through 5 and some more if you allow him to. So
If you're looking
it's just-
for former Padres to keep an eye on tonight, one you'll certainly recall is their closer. Josh Hader is back in town, so I'm sure the fans will be lying in wait for him. But hopefully we won't see him because normally he would pitch with the lead.
we don't want to see him.
Yeah, right, exactly. The other guy who's a former Padre, I don't remember if he ever made it up here with the Padres. He was traded, Taylor Trammell.
He's out here taking some early BP right now.
Taylor Trammell is an Astro now. Did you see what happened to him? An embarrassing moment earlier this week.
I did.
Pretty funny. For those who didn't see it, he hit a long shot in Houston to the right center and way out there. And I guess he thought it was, definitely, I don't guess, he thought it was gone. So he went into the home run trot. He never saw the center fielder for, I think it was Toronto, make a hell of a catch way back against the fence. And I mean, he never saw it because he went all the way around and celebrated by jumping on home plate to celebrate a home run that he actually didn't hit. So that was kind of funny. Baseball moment.
I saw it. There was part of me that wondered if he was just at that point just so disappointed he didn't get a homer that he just finished it, because it just seemed like that wall is super big, and there's no way he thought that ball went over the wall. It's just I can't imagine he thought, oh, that's a homer. The dude jumped. Like, why? That guy at the top of his jump was still like 4 feet short of the top of the wall. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if a player is actually jumping for it, it probably isn't going to go over the wall. So that made me think he was just like, you know what, this is ridiculous. That ball should have been out. I'm going to finish my home run trot anyway.
Well,
he did homer the following day, though, just to get it back.
to make it work. Well, hopefully tonight we can find out whether it was really.
I'm going to ask him when I go down there.
Yeah, ask him and see if he'll admit
did
to.
you really think that ball was gone, or were you just kind of jonesing us?
Right, see if he'll admit to it. But, we can see something similar tonight because, Jackson Merrill's been known to take a few away out there in center field. So,
By the way,
yes.
is he getting closer to winning a Gold Glove, making that catch last night? I think it was, in the first or second inning? Or
First inning against
first
Corbin
inning?
Carroll.
I mean,
that looked like light work for him.
Yeah, it does. That's why I'm thinking Gold Glove for him if it looks like light work.
I mean, he's got some stiff competition in center. I'm just saying, though. He's definitely on his way, though. He's got to have a good defensive year.
The Astros are here. Padres are going to play them, and then the Brewers. But we should also the Diamondbacks are home to the Dodgers tonight. So I don't know if it's too early, but I'll be keeping a little eye on the scoreboard. We win, they lose, we're back even. So,
all right, let's get to break. Let's keep this thing going. 2:28 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. We're going to get to the other side when we return. Mason Miller, Friar Friday, Gwynn and Chris.
Ben and Woods on the Fan.
But I don't think I ever really truly understood.
That is bad news for opposing hitters. As we welcome you back to Gwynn and Chris, 2:34 is the time. Chris Ello and Tony Gwynn Jr. Tony's down at Petco Park tonight. Padres and Mason Miller hosting the Houston Astros, kicking off a 6-game homestand. Astros, don't forget the rest of the schedule this weekend. Tomorrow's game is at 4:15, and Sunday it is the Sunday night game at 5:20 p.m. So make a note of that if you're planning to come on out the rest of the weekend. Monday, another first-place team comes in, the Milwaukee Brewers, to start a 3-game series. But Mason Miller is our going to be our Friar Friday guest here. And, Tony, so many different ways to talk about, how incredible this guy is and, what he's accomplished this year. And, I think of, the fact that he's given up, I think, 2 doubles the entire season, and that's it. I think one of them was the kid in Kansas City got one off him, Carter Jensen. I'm trying to remember the other one, but
there was a pretty hard hit ball the other day.
Yeah, okay, I know. Somebody hit. Well,
no, it was like recent that the other double happened.
Yeah, it was in the Diamondback series. It was in the.
Was it last night?
No, it was the night before.
2 nights before that.
2 nights before.
But I mean, the guy's incredible. He has not. That the home run that he allowed to Lourdes Gurriel last year in Arizona is now over a year ago. That was on August the 5th. He has not allowed a home run since then to anybody. And after that home run, he went 33 consecutive appearances without allowing a run. He almost set that record. Finally, the Cubs scored off him thanks to the worst single call by a baseball umpire made this whole season.
Still and will always be.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, when the guy said the ball was fair and Ty France picked it up in foul territory, like everyone could see
and Ty France, being the great guy that he was not trying to freak out, but he really wanted to freak out.
Oh, you know who it was? It was Basabe from the Giants.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, old
yes,
Basabe.
Yeah. Old Basabe.
Or young Basabe. Young Basabe. But, so 2 doubles the entire season. The strikeouts, the ERA, the walks and hits, innings pitch. And the other thing that is a bit interesting, when the Padres traded for him, Tony, last year, and he came over, he was the 8th inning guy.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't even the closer last year.
That's wild.
Right? I mean, Suarez was good and all, but it seems almost crazy that we, didn't just immediately put him in as a closer last year. You know
what's funny, and it's funny what a title does for you, right? Because he had virtually the same stuff last year.
Yeah.
But he was pitching in the 8th inning, and so he wasn't getting nearly the attention that he's gotten this year. And the only difference is now he has a closer title next to him, and he's getting these saved stuff. How he makes people look, all the numbers were exactly the same. It's just now he's got a closer title to him. Yeah, and doing the same stuff.
And I mean, you see guys, the headlines will say, this guy's unhittable right now. That's just kind of a saying. We throw it out there to try and get the idea to people that it's really not easy. But when you say that Mason Miller's unhittable, there are actually, I want to say games, Tony. There was at least a month and a half this year where that was absolutely true. He was unhittable.
He was a walking immaculate inning for the first 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
Like every time he came in, you're like, oh my gosh, this could happen. And then, he'd get like 6 pitches in and maybe somebody fouls one off. It's like, oh, dang.
The only record that he left for Jeremiah Estrada was he only struck out 11 in a row. Estrada still got the record at 13, but you go back in April, you just said it, Tony, but he'd pitch 1 inning. Here's his strikeout totals: 3-3-3-2, 3-3-1-3, 2-2. So I think there was one guy in there in about 2 week span who actually hit the ball. So it was really incredible, and it's not like he's fallen off all that much. I mean, he's given up what? We're up to 4 earned runs now this season. So it's
just think we were playing all those close games in the beginning of the year, and he was we're getting a ton of usage, and then we kind of hit a lull, and he's like pitching every so often, it feels like right now.
Yeah, he had a lot of stretch there where when you're losing games, and that's what people were saying. Well, let's just trade him. We don't need him. We don't, we're not winning. And I was like, no, please. Unicorns don't come around.
Please. No, they don't. They don't.
So just let's keep this guy, and I'm so glad that they did.
I genuinely feel like there's a weight lifted, it sounds like, in his voice in regards to the trade deadline, because that's got to be.
The trade deadline, it sucks.
It does.
Sucks.
For guys that are in it, for us, it's fun. Oh, look at these rumors of this guy going in. For him, he's like, oh, no, now I got to find a new place to live.
Well, he also gets asked about it every time he turns around.
That's true.
Right, Tony?
No doubt. No doubt. I think he, you could definitely hear the kind of weight off his shoulders that now that it's gone. But, that is the life for dudes of his caliber until they get to free agency. He's forever going to be someone that is brought up with a chance to be moved because he's not, he's still controllable. And those are the valuable pieces that are out there. But not this year. Sorry.
Sorry.
Can't have him.
Did you read that Adrian Morejon thanked AJ Preller for not trading him?
Why not?
I think
I can only imagine the weight on his shoulders, right? Like, because people were talking like it was a foregone conclusion he was going to be out of here, and so he's in today's guys. You can't believe a player if they say they don't read anything, they don't know anything. Like it's everywhere. You cannot hide from it. You knew he knew, and it probably was just as much of a weight off his shoulder as it was for Mason.
Yeah,
maybe even more.
Yeah, I was going to say that for somebody like Mason Miller or Morejon, there really isn't that feeling of, well, it's pretty cool that they're talking about me and they think I'm so good that everybody wants me. You know what I mean? Like that, although that would be, if everybody was clamoring for you, you might think that feels good. But I think in their case, it's not what they're
they're
after.
And there's the other thing. If those two guys were unhappy, okay, maybe it's different. But it's a whole other thing when you're happy where you are and your name is being talked about. Because on the one side, yes, that one team does want you, but if it's true, that means the team that you are actually happiest with, they don't want you. That probably puts you in a weird place, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's like the place I am like thriving in and really enjoying myself. I get to come to work every day. They may not actually want me. They might want to send me somewhere else.
Oh. Feels like what I do every single day when I come into work. They might not actually want me. And then Chris goes, scrappy.
Well, I'll be honest, I was just going to say, if we could ever find somebody who would take you, it'd be happy to work something out.
Would? Yeah, let's do a little trade.
As a matter of fact, I've been calling around for the last few months.
Yeah?
Can't seem to get any interest out there.
What markets have you shot me to?
I'm starting on the East Coast. I'm moving you as far away as possible.
Far away.
No. I've thought about this before. If I ever, say, got a job on the East Coast for radio, it would be really, really hard for me to go there because of the time change and the sports time change.
It does throw you off.
It is brutal. I live in Cincinnati. Having the 49ers game start at 11 p.m. East Coast time when they do those double headers is bad.
Sorry about that, East Coast. That's the one advantage the West Coast has, and the only advantage. Believe me. One last thing before we give you our interview with Mason Miller. If you're looking for one of the most sure things in sports, bet that when Mason Miller comes into a game, he will get at least one strikeout, normally more, but he has now struck out a batter in 12 consecutive appearances. And I'm looking through his appearances this year, Tony. I'm only seeing 5 times this year, and he's been in 46 games. Only 5 times has he not strike at least one guy out. This guy
makes sense. If you watch him swing, it makes sense.
This guy is good.
Or throw, excuse me.
Yeah, this guy is good, and Tony and I were lucky enough to chat with him. Friar Friday doesn't get a whole lot better than this. We're joined by Padres closer Mason Miller. The Reaper himself has stepped into our Friar Friday focus, and I would start with this, Mason. Straight up, how happy are you that the trade deadline is over, or did you want to answer some more questions about it?
No, No, I had a feeling this was going to be one of the first ones. But yeah, I'm happy that it's over. Happy that I'm staying in San Diego. I think that goes for a lot of guys too. You know, it's just a kind of a whirlwind of times, and once it's over, then you can settle in and kind of ride out these last 2 months and focus on what's important. And that's the on-field play.
Mason, I'm intrigued to kind of hear your answer on this. I mean, you've gone in stretches where you've been used a lot. You know, it's been a 4-out save here, and then maybe some back-to-backs. But then you've had stretches where you aren't used a lot. And I'm interested to know, like, what is the difference in feel in terms of your body? I mean, you get those back-to-back days, and I know some guys are the type of pitchers that they want to be out there frequently. They keep a rhythm that way. But when you're managing kind of having these spells when you're not getting a chance to pitch, how does that go for you?
Yeah, it's kind of the ebbs and flows of the season. You know, I don't get the luxury of being an everyday player, but more often than not, if I'm getting used more, that means we're playing well, so that's a good sign, and do a good job of managing my workload and days off, and that goes for other guys in the bullpen too. You know, they just kind of look at your workload, look at how your body's feeling, look at the time of the year, look at who we're playing, and kind of decide. And, you know, you could say you're available, and the situation doesn't dictate it that day anyways. So, you know, just taking it one day at a time and being smart.
Mason, I'm curious how much you just talked about saying you're available. How much input you have into, you know, whether you are available or not. You know, if you get a save in back-to-back days, on the third day, could you come in and say, you know, I'm feeling pretty good today if you need me for a third, or is there a discussion there? How does that work out?
Yeah, I've pitched 3 days in a row this year, and I've been available to pitch 3 times in a row a couple of times as well. And there's also been times where I've had longer outings in those two innings, or 2 days, and there's been times where I haven't been available. So it's guys constant communication, and that's the best thing that we can do is just be honest with each other. Coaches and trainers and staff be honest about what they think smart, and me be honest about what I think is best based on how my body's feeling.
Mason Miller joins us here, Padres closer for Friar Friday. And Mason, obviously your fastball slider mix is probably the best in the biz. We've seen you make some big league hitters look foolish, but you have occasionally toyed around with the changeup. You'll mix it in every once in a while when it's the right lead or the right spot for it. How is the changeup coming along for you? Is it do you feel like it's moving in a direction where you could start adding it, you know, at some point?
I feel confident throwing it, yeah, but it's, like you said, hard to go away from my 2 best offerings. Yeah. So it's just finding the right spot, finding the right time where it's a good matchup with the hitter. It's a time I feel comfortable with it in the game, and just balancing those 2 things out, but also just sticking to who I am and going and competing with my fastball and slider.
Mason Miller is our guest. I love the choice of word there, your offerings, almost as if you're being kind of nice to the hitter, you know, like, hey, I got to throw you a little slider. It's my offering. I don't know how much you read the press clippings. I'm sure you've heard them. I mean, people who say you're unhittable, and we've seen you look unhittable, but how do you couch that out on the mound? Is there a certain edge that you have to keep out there to make sure that you never get per se too full of yourself?
I think it's way further than just the mound, you know, just as a person. It's not something I'm looking to do is be full of myself or be complacent. You know, I have the ultimate respect for the hitters in the box that I'm competing against. They don't make my job easy, and I'm trying to make their job as hard as possible too. So it's just a balance, you know, of confidence without being complacent. That's probably my favorite way of putting it.
Mason, we talked a little bit about the deadline and kind of being happy that it's moved past you guys, but you guys were able to acquire a couple really good pitchers. What does that do for a locker room? This is already a pretty confident bunch, but adding the two guys that you got into your starting rotation, what can that do for the ambiance of the locker room?
Just confidence, confidence and excitement. Bringing two guys that are having really good years at a position that we've been notably short on this year, albeit from injuries or just by how we're managing the team. We have a really strong bullpen, and I think if we had given some of our starters a longer leash, I think that they would have been able to impress throughout the season. But, everybody kind of knows the drill that the bullpen's really strong, and starter gets us through four or five innings, we're going to go to our guys, especially with a lead. So, given that Casey and Robbie both have had strong years, I think that they'll get a longer leash. And I look forward to watching them eating and maybe taking a little bit of a load off the bullpen as well.
Mason Miller joining us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. We'll let you roll here, Mason. One last thing. I've really enjoyed some of the scoreboard entertainment that you and especially Jason Adam have provided between innings. You guys seem to get a kick out of it when they show you guys after those things play up there and some of the games and fun you've had. I mean, that's kind of part of the enjoyment. I think this organization kind of, brings all you guys in on that. Was it fun to do? And I mean, how much of a kick out of that stuff do you get?
Yes, it is fun. It is nice to show the fans, I guess, a little bit of the clip behind the curtain. They know the person we are on the field, the competitor that we are. Jason especially makes it easy to be yourself, and he's one of a kind. So, hopefully get him back healthy and competing on the field. But in the meantime, I guess fans will just have to live with his on-screen personality.
Well, Mason, it's exciting and fun to have you on. I know we've been able to have you on before, but not often any of us get to talk to the best in the business. But I think we're enjoying that right now. And, let's finish up. Have a great last 2 months of the season, and hopefully we'll catch up to you in October.
Thanks, Mason.
Sounds good, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks for
sir.
having me.
All right, man. Mason Miller. Both Scraby and I commented that, they get home in the middle of the night last night. He sounded a little, a little weary.
No, he said,
a little tired, driving in probably to work.
Yeah, Tony was telling us that they didn't get to the stadium until like Petco Park.
1:30, and then you got to get home from there. And anybody who's traveled like that late night, you can't always just go home and put your head right on the pillow.
No,
you need a little time to unwind.
Definitely.
So, Mason Miller, he'll be available though tonight. You can bet on that. And I do appreciate all the people who chatted and sent in to Scraby while we were doing the interview. Chris, please don't ask about any of his pets. I appreciate everybody remembering and reminding me never to do that again.
That was very nice.
Yes, thank you. Everybody's looking out for me out there.
That's right.
I was going to – one of the things he was we only had a certain time frame. But I wanted to get into asking him because I know that you all want to know this. And I try to think of questions that, you would ask out there if you had a chance to ask him something. And I know that the one we get a lot is, or I know a lot of fans think this, do closers like it less when they come into a game and it's not a save situation? So and the interesting, last night was one of those times because he had a 4-run lead last night, so he was not in a save situation.
I have a feeling. What do you think he would have said?
He just would have said, "I don't care."
Yeah, he seems like that
Mason
guy.
Miller.
That's
a
closer right there.
No, but he would just say that. But I don't know that I'd believe him because I think in your mind you have to. There's no way around it. A save situation. That is, you get paid millions of dollars to get what? Saves.
Yeah.
They don't really go into the the meeting with the owner and the GM with your agent and say, well, he had a bunch of times where he got the last out, but we were up by 6 runs. No, they want to know how many saves. So I'm not saying that Mason Miller or any of these guys, hey, Josh Hader's in town, all right? So we already know that there are certain guys that only want to pitch and save situations. Josh Hader didn't mind saying so when he was here, and he took quite a bit of heat for it.
I don't think Mason, or not, he did.
What?
I said unfair, he or not, he did.
Yeah, and I don't think Mason Miller does care, but I also think it's got to be something that you would think about. You know that it's not a save situation as opposed to it is.
Yeah.
And I know Trevor, I don't think he ever admitted to it, but it's something you're aware of, certainly. Anyway.
Because I could see them coming into a game like with a 5-run lead and be like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah, well,
I'm not protecting a one-run
that's why I
lead.
asked him in the interview if you noticed about, people say you're unhittable, but you can't think that way.
Yeah,
and he said he's very careful not to think that way. All right, hour number 2 is coming up, Daily Gambit, and we got a good countdown coming up later, Big 5, it's all ahead. Gwynn and Chris. Tony Gwynn Jr. heading down to visit with Craig Stammen and players to get ready for his broadcast. He and Jesse Agler have the call. Speaking of calls, I know you're going to look this up for us because I want everybody to hear Mike Tirico call the winning touchdown in the Hall of Fame football game last night. Honestly, one of the most exciting games in the history of football that just didn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, he called it, though, like it was one for the ages.
You know what? I'm going to support him.
You're
and
supporting
actually,
him on
I'm
this,
actually
huh?
going to cheer for him in this moment because he took it seriously. And that's all I can ask from him.
But that's not something to take serious.
Right,
it's a
let's hear it.
stupid
Let's
game.
hear it.
Oh, you
well,
have it?
Hey.
It is a stupid game.
Hey.
Stupid?
Soft pass. Quarterback ball would have a chance.
Game on the line. King, he's going to step up. Pumps, runs, goal line. Is he in? Yes! Carolina wins! Haynes King. King of the night.
Oh, I was going to say, where is he going with this? Is he going? He's got to go with King. And he said, King of the night.
The quarterback's name is King.
Yeah,
he's
he's
King of the
gotta go
night.
with King.
It was the last play of the game. Carolina beat Arizona in the great Hall of Fame game, 33-30. It was, you're right, for a game that if you're going to sit and watch it, it might as well be fun and close. So for those of you that did sit and watch it, you were rewarded with a classic call by Mike Tirico. My favorite broadcaster.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he and Joe Tessitore kind of sit in the same booth as far as I'm concerned. But I digress, Scraby, because
Showtime.
Thank you, Joe. And it is time for us to go to the Daily Gambit, which is our version of 3 o'clock hour showtime.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington. Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We do have some bets that we made last night, so we'll get into it. Chris and I are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. And the Padres knew how last night, Chris. They were minus 1.5 on the run line against the Diamondbacks. We both went Padres. They won 5-1. Over, under 9 runs. You went under. I went over, and they only combined for 6, so you win that one.
Yeah, that's about the end of my winning right there.
Red Sox.
Hey,
I didn't do much better. Red Sox minus 1.5 on the run line last night. Both of us went Red Sox, but the this apparently was the game of the century.
It might have been
night
the best game of the year
because the Red
really
Sox
was.
ended up winning 12-11. So we lose the bet, but apparently fans won by watching.
Incredible game. So many changes of the lead. Extra innings, which we all used to laugh about. I certainly was, at the forefront of going, are you kidding me? You're going to decide a Major League Baseball game with the runner at second base rule? But that has added so much excitement. And if you look at this game last night, Scraby, it was at Fenway Park. The White Sox led 4-0 early. The Red Sox came back to 5-5. Then the White Sox 7-5. Red Sox scored in the 9th to tie it at 7, okay? In the 10th, both teams scored 2. In the 11th, both teams scored 1. In the 12th, both teams scored 1 again. And then Boston finally won in the 13th.
Wow.
The White Sox, by the time it was over, had 4 blown saves on their team because they kept letting the lead get away in extra innings every time.
I don't think that should count as a blown
I know, that
save.
doesn't seem fair.
That's not fair at all.
I know.
Because you're putting I know it's an unearned run. It shouldn't even count as a run.
Blown save. I agree with you. Boston wins 12-11, and as I said earlier, they're 31-5. Incredible in their last 36 games. White Sox still lead the Central Division at 59-55. That's the same number of games over 500 that the Padres are. But they're in first place. The Padres are not.
Yeah.
And then Houston, who's here tonight, is in first place, but they're only 2 games over 500. Padres have a better record than they do.
I feel like
it's one of those weird things this year.
I feel like I just cheer for the teams that are always in the toughest divisions. The NL West has been tough for 7 straight years. The NFC West is the toughest for the 49ers. I mean, come on.
But I can tell you that it really does go in cycles. It
doesn't feel like it.
I know it doesn't feel like it. You know why? Because you always remember when your team is stuck in a tough division.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it when they're not.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one, Christopher Sanchez, over under 8 Ks yesterday. Both of us went over. He only had 6.
But he did become the first 15-game winner in baseball.
Good for him.
Which is saying something in this day and age, because there's many years where nobody wins 20 anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So, good for him.
Did Walker Buehler make it 1.5 outs more than Diamondbacks pitcher Drake? Don't
yes,
remember
it's
his
a little
first
confusing.
name. So basically, did Walker Buehler go? Never mind.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to explain.
I was just trying to think
how many
of it.
Walker Buehler went.
Walker Buehler went 4 innings, and Drake went 3 and 2/3. So Walker Buehler loses the bet, and we bet for Buehler, so we lose the bet.
Right. Buehler won by 1 out.
Yeah.
He needed to win by 1.5.
Yeah. So he needed 4 and 2/3.
Right. Anyway,
over under 34.5 points in the Hall of Fame game, as you heard just now, with the highlight from Mike Tirico.
Yes.
I went over. You went under for some reason. Panthers win 33-30.
Because
so
the Hall of Fame
points.
game, I didn't think anybody could score a single point, let alone 63
I feel
points.
like this is like the only guarantee over because there's no defense being played, it seems like.
Yes, but doesn't offense take longer to put together?
I would think so.
All right.
Las Vegas Aces at the Indiana Fever. We both went Vegas. Indiana, was minus 1.5 on the spread, and Aces won by 2, so we win that bet. Asia Wilson minus 6 over Caitlin Clark. Points scored. We both went Asia Wilson. They tied, or it was an even because Asia Wilson had 20. Asia Wilson had 26.
Easy for you to say.
Caitlin Clark had 20, so we pushed on that
one. So it
one.
was a 6-point spread, and she beat her by 6. Wow.
Yeah.
Those odds makers are pretty good.
They are really good. And here's another proof of that. Caitlin Clark over under 9 assists in last night's game. You went over. I went under. She had 8.
So I missed that one.
Yes.
Rough night for me. I think I'm 4-11 this week.
Ooh.
So. Yeah, no dog treats for Kylie this weekend. I've spent my dog treat money.
Oh,
but Lucky's okay because you're 9-6, so you've been okay.
Yeah, Lucky. I had to take Lucky to the vet today, and
Lucky's
how much
did that cost you?
Lucky's gonna start having to get a job. Okay, it was $200. I needed just cream, antibacterial cream.
No, but you walked in the door.
I had to because I was concerned.
As soon as you walk in the door, it's ball game.
I was concerned.
Everyone who has a pet will understand what I'm about to say, and that's most of you. But anywhere you go, pretty much out there, when you're buying clothing, you're buying furniture, you're buying anything, right? An appliance, even at the market, you look at the price of the stuff. You always will ask, how much is this? How much is it going to be? How much?
Oh, yeah.
At the vet, they could charge anything they want, and you'll pay it. And I think they know that. And
depends on the severity for sure, but
they always tell you, we got to do this, we got to give her that, we got to give her that, and then you're like, how much? And they're like, it'll be about $382, and you're like, what are you going to say? No, don't take care of her.
No, I know.
You'd have no choice, basically.
I know. I also made the mistake of asking her this question because Lucky sometimes limps when he gets up after sleeping for a long time. So I was just like, is it just a dead leg type of thing?
Well,
or
that'll cost you $125 to check that out.
We can get some x-rays right now. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
You're scared to tell the vet anything's wrong.
Anyway, he's great. I have my antibacterial cream now, and I'm going to be working this weekend as well.
Actually, 2 things that you don't ask the price of. 1 is how much the vet, and 2, how much is that cocktail that you buy at the bar?
I definitely never asked.
Nobody ever asks that. I think that's a strange. Do they?
Yeah, I would think.
Do they really? I've never heard anyone sit down at a bar anywhere and go, yeah, I would like even if just a gin and tonic or something, and they go, coming right up. You never heard the person go, before you make that, how much is it going to be? I've never heard anyone ask.
I get what you're saying, but you could say, I don't want any of that fancy stuff.
You could do that, but you're still not going to get a price.
That's, okay, I can agree with that. I definitely had some bills in my drinking days where I woke up the next morning, checked my credit card, and I was like, man, you're an idiot, dude.
You should have done what I did.
What?
Don't check the credit card.
Oh, just okay.
Just take it back from the guy, sign at the bottom, and go the hell home.
Here's a fun story.
You're not going to be happy.
Here's a fun story. I think I may have told this before, but my friend was having a birthday, and we were in San Francisco, and we all went out to this bar, and I was just sloshed. And I ended up buying a bottle of champagne for his birthday.
Don't ever do that.
Guess how much it cost, Chris?
Could be $400.
$500.
Yeah, don't do
They
it.
for sure took advantage of me because they should have known that this intoxicated guy is not going to be happy about spending $500 on some champagne.
But you're not gonna ask him, how much it is. You're just gonna do
I
it.
didn't care in the moment.
I know.
Anyway,
They count on that.
Let's get back to some more financial heartbreak.
By the way, can I just say I could save everybody a ton of money out there.
Oh, here we go. Is it not playing the lottery?
Well, that's one thing. But no, the second thing would be just when you go out to dinner, just say, you know what, we're not going to drink with our meal.
Oh, okay.
You know how much money you save right then and there?
I mean,
Tons.
anytime you go anywhere, you're saying, like, if you don't, a glass of wine is probably what, $12, $13?
It's an insane amount of money. And honestly, I get it. You want to enjoy the atmosphere and the ambiance. I don't even know that that's worth, $12 for something that probably should cost you $1.50.
Here's something else funny about this is the last one, I promise.
Okay.
But just about that, I went on a date with a girl like right when I got sober, and she ordered a drink, and I saw the bill and I asked her to pay for it because it was like a $28 drink. I was like, I'm sorry.
One last thing I'll say.
I wasn't drinking alcohol.
One thing I'll say last about the alcohol, and most of our friends, 99% of our friends are really good on this, but neither Lori and I really do drink when we go out. I don't drink it anyway, but most of the times we go with another couple, they'll have drinks. If the bill comes and they don't at least offer not to split 50-50, I take note of that.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. They should always.
I'm not paying for your drink.
Yeah, but I just go 50-50 because I think it's the thing to do. But, all right, we got to take a break. Then we'll get today's bets when we come. What? Oh, what?
No, the computer. I got to get Adam on the line. The computer keeps breaking on me.
The computer's wigging out on you over there.
It just keeps shutting down.
I'm sorry to hear
the program,
that.
so we can't go to break because I have no way
you can't even get us
getting
to break. Does this mean we could be on the air like all night?
Maybe.
So like I'll be at like 5:42. We won't be able to take a break. So Sammy will just have to I'll just have to throw it to him.
I guess so.
With no break
you know what?
Before the pregame show.
Last time this happened, they set something up on my other computer to help me with this. So
should we all just kind of? Can we? Do you need me to come over there and help you?
No.
I mean, obviously, you're having problems. You blame them all on me, but it's actually.
It's not me.
Well, I couldn't go over there and help you anyway. So.
Well, it just when you click the program and it says failed to initialize, it's never a good sign.
I don't know what that means, but it can't be good.
It's not. So, Adam, if you're listening, help.
I was gonna show.
We should just keep going with the bets until I figure this out.
All right, so you're done recapping.
Yes.
Okay, you're 9-6. I'm 4-11. Astros are favored tonight. How do you like that?
I don't. What? Huh?
Astros have won 12 of their last 15. They're playing well. They have the nod.
I'll go with Padres.
Ronel Blanco is the pitcher for the Astros tonight. He's a right-hander. And Robbie Ray making his debut. I mean, come on, Robbie. Robbie's going to win this one. I'll take the Padres plus 1.5 tonight. How about 8.5 runs tonight? Scrape, what do you think there? 8.5. We are back at Petco Park, but Yordan Alvarez could drive in that many himself if he has a big night.
Robbie Ray has been really good. So I'm going to say he has a good debut, and I'm going to go with under. Yeah.
Padres have been going over until last night. I'm going to say under also. Petco Park, to me, is just always an under. Dodgers are at Arizona tonight. Play a little scoreboard. Dodgers have lost 6 in a row. Most Padre fans hope they actually end that streak tonight, which is weird. We don't normally root for the Dodgers, but I think that's the way to go.
It is.
So I will take the Dodgers. Sasaki's pitching against Merrill Kelly. And Merrill Kelly has had a tough year. So I'm going to go with the Dodgers to break out of their slump. Minus 1.5.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, I'll go with the Dodgers because we need the Diamondbacks to lose.
We do. Boston Red Sox, we keep talking about how hot they are. Well, tonight, worlds collide, Scraby. Red Sox won 8 in a row. Athletics have lost 8 in a row.
Ooh.
They go head-to-head tonight at Fenway Park. I actually thought this might be a 2.5-run spread, but it's not. It's only 1.5. Taking the Red Sox. Or do the Athletics stop the streak? Again, this is a Boston team that already has had a 15-game win streak this year. They're hot.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Red Sox.
It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to bet on the Athletics here. And I'm not going to.
I was going to say, are you going to?
Braves have also won 8 in a row. Don't look now. They're at Yankee Stadium tonight. Good matchup. Max Fried pitching for New York. He was a Brave, right? Yeah, he was a Brave for sure. Yeah. Max Fried, Tyler Mahle makes his Braves debut. Braves winning streak is about to end with Tyler Mahle. I'll take the Yankees here. And the red hot George Lombard probably doing some more damage.
Who's favored? I'm sorry.
Yankees by 1.5.
Yeah, I'll go with the Yankees as well.
You're going Yankees?
Yeah, why not?
Break the streak. All right, Sasaki's pitching for the Dodgers. Robbie Ray for the Padres. Sasaki -1 strikeout versus Robbie Ray. Had to like that one. I'm creative on some of these. You got to give me credit.
I'll give you credit.
Thank you. Who are you going with?
Sasaki, I'm going to go with Robbie Ray.
Wouldn't it be something if Mark Grant could actually make everyone grunt?
I would love that, actually. Just for one game, maybe.
Just
one game.
It would be something crazy, but I'd get into it, I think.
I might be too. I'm not going to lie.
All right, so if you're out there and you're going to the game tonight, remember, Mark Grant, we love, he's trying to get everybody to grunt along with Robbie Ray when he throws pitches. I think it's pretty funny, but it would be something. It would be intimidating as hell, wouldn't it? If 40,000 people grunted?
Yeah.
Maybe we only do it like on a 2-strike pitch. You know, we don't do it every pitch. That would be overkill.
Yeah, every pitch is a little overkill.
That might be overkill.
But like on important pitches, everybody just get together and do the grunt.
So I'm saying, every 2.5. Okay, we're nuts. We absolutely are nuts. Speaking of Yordan Alvarez, runs, hits, RBIs tonight, 3, over or under. Yordan Alvarez having the year of years.
3, huh?
3, over under. Scrabe, what you got?
You know what?
Oh, you're really thinking this one through.
Under.
Padres control him tonight. I'm going to say under for the reason that a walk is not any of those things. And I do think the Padres will pitch around him. They should. Cannot let him beat you. All right. This is a strange one. I thought we'd try it. Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs. You know how much I love him. Over or under 4.5 home runs. I'm joking, but this guy's gonna probably do it. You know, he's driving me crazy.
He's gonna be the first guy to hit 5 home runs in a game.
Every night he does something.
He does. It's really annoying.
Finally, yesterday he doesn't hit the home run, but he does steal third and come home on a wild throw. Every game, Pete Crow Armstrong had it with this guy, Scraby. All right, can we go to break? We're way past.
We're
now.
way past tonight.
I didn't know if we.
No, we're still broken, but I'm gonna piece it together. So let's go to break.
Let's
Chris.
try to get there.
Yes.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
Start your ride into the weekend with a couple of problems on the northbound 163.
What are we doing, guys?
Tony, you care to,
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony,
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower or
Well, I hope he
something?
didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there. As have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something
Very
that
well
he
possible.
is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late, this long, with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago, and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room right now?
Everything okay?
Oh, no. This
Question mark.
is scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
something.
I'm thinking he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's definitely got to be a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong, because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like
it's
I locked myself
funny.
out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere and we don't know where he is. That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but I'm sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
You can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out in New York City. But if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
No.
Still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Where'd he go? What happened?
I don't know. I would call the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And when you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
Trying to get his key back.
Someone said text Jesse or Dave. And
it's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text.
We'll text Dave.
Because he's, Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just be sitting around waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy? Is that what you're...
Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't think the what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems weird.
We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. All right, it's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Scrape.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type.
I'm not either.
But, I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back.
Helped put him there.
Hold on. He's back, everybody.
Stop everything.
Comes the blitz.
I literally, we went to commercial break. I laid on the bed, and then I just fell asleep.
He's back.
All right, Scraby's doing a hell of a job right now, and he must be really doing something because I just said so.
Yes.
But the station, I think, would be off the air if it weren't for whatever you're doing over there to keep us on the air. Why you said it, but I'm going to repeat what you said. Why does this stuff seem to happen during our show way too often?
Because I am cursed.
Okay.
This has been my entire
You're
life.
Cursed. Okay.
Like,
well, that explains it then.
A radio guy told me one time, the reason you were born was to have weird stuff to share with everyone else. Weird stuff happened to you.
All right. Well, you're doing all right. You got us going. We got a couple of minutes, and then we're going to do our we got a good countdown today. This week was a trade deadline, obviously. Padres adding Robbie Ray, who will make his debut tonight. Casey Mize, who will get another shot at it next week against Milwaukee. What are the greatest trades in Padres history?
I'm gonna have to duck in a couple Major League Baseball trades. I'm gonna do 3 of Tony's.
So Tony did some Padre trades?
Yes, we talked about this because I was asking him about it. So gave
you
me
guys
some.
kind of did
We're gonna have a hybrid list.
A hybrid list for you.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do a Padre list for me.
Correct.
Think about it. What do you got out there as the greatest trades in Padre history? I'm just curious. While we're, before we get to it, what would be your greatest trade? Like, what's the best one they've ever made? I think that's up for discussion. We will talk about it in our countdown, but tonight, you got a ball game to play. Ronel Blanco is going to be in trouble because he's going to face this lineup for the San Diego Padres. Uh-oh, that's right. You're over there doing everything by hand.
Hold on.
Trying to time it out.
Hold on.
You're holding on it. Yeah, you did it. I've never seen a celebration like that. You were just
hit a button.
Well, all you had to do is open the door and let Bobby Cressy in, and he played the little thing.
That would be nice.
Bobby Cressy's our organist, by the way.
Yeah, I would love for him
great organist, great guy.
I would love for him to come in and play one of those live one time.
Wouldn't that be fun if he was just in the background during the show?
Yeah.
Like we were getting into something and he just give us one of those dun 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 dun.
I would love it.
Dun 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 dun.
I would absolutely love it. We need to make this happen.
Now that I just said it, it seems like a hell of an idea. I don't know if Bobby would be willing to come in and actually play during the show one day, but that'd be hilarious.
I actually think that he does come in for the Ben and Woods Christmas Spectacular show extravaganza.
He's part of those things,
and he
so
does
maybe we could get him to do that.
Yeah, that
would be really funny.
Yes, it would.
Dun 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 dun.
Or when it's whenever I do something bad, it's.
He would have to put that on a save button over there because
All right, go for the lineup.
Fernando's leading off. He's in right field. Jake is at first base tonight. Manny's at third. Rengifo.
This
is the world of Luis Rengifo. This guy was cut by the Brewers like a month and a half ago because he was doing nothing. And AJ, I think on a whim, just says, well, we got nothing to lose.
Yeah, why not claim him?
We claim him or pick him up. He's sitting around in the minors, minding his own business. Who was it who got hurt? I don't remember who went hurt, but they're like, well, last shot will bring Rengifo up, and they haven't been able to get him out since. And now he's batting cleanup for the Padres. Incredible.
It is incredible.
Just strange. Jackson Merrill's batting fifth. Quietly, maybe not so quietly, but Jackson really had a good second half. He's getting, he's not swinging, not swinging at balls. Tony said it. If he swings at strikes, he's tough.
Tony's been saying for months.
Yeah.
Keep him inside the zone and he's good.
But it's easier said than done. Like as a fan, you're like, what are you swinging at? But we're not standing in that box. It's not, as easy as we think.
It's not.
Yeah, Campusano's catching tonight. I'm gonna even give a pat on the shoulder pad lately to Freddie Fermin. He's actually coming up with some hits here and there, which wasn't happening for a long time.
Yeah.
Did anybody notice the Campusano caught game on not last night, so Wednesday night? Padres out of challenges in the third inning.
Yeah, that was bad.
What is the matter with us? Stop doing that.
They're not going to.
I know. It's going to drive me and you and probably a lot of fans crazy just the rest of the year. And don't ask Craig Stammen about it because he'll just say, well, we work on it. And I'm like, no, you can't work on it because there's no results of it getting any better.
The ABS challenges in the playoffs are going to be so valuable. You can lose a series if you don't have one. You've got
to bring one with you to the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning every game. You just have to.
It has to happen.
Gavin Sheets is DHing tonight. Xander's at short. And Sun Moon Song, who I never have a problem with, at least defensively, is batting ninth. Is at second base tonight. It is a night off for Ty France.
Why? I know he's been playing lots of games.
We got Luis Rengifo hitting cleanup. What are you worried about?
All right, well, fair point, Chris.
I mean,
fair points.
I mean, hell, the Astros have Yordan Alvarez, but we have Luis Rengifo.
See,
it's not even close.
Where would this team be without Samad Taylor for like 3 weeks and Luis Rengifo for the past 3 weeks?
Yeah, I just saw something today, by the way. If you're wondering, Samad very well could be back next week.
Really?
Something to keep an eye out for.
Interesting.
Samad Taylor was really good when he was here.
Absolutely was.
Not that anybody needs one, but we don't have an Astros lineup anyway. So there you go. All right, let's not ready for a break.
No, we're fine.
We're close.
I mean, I got to figure out this computer situation. To be
you're doing
honest.
hell of a. You really are. He's doing good work over there, folks. You don't understand. He's got
texting the engineer. Yeah, the computer's frozen.
Basically, absolutely nothing's working, and still, Scraby and I survive with a countdown. What do you got out there for the greatest trades in Padre history? We'll talk about it next.
Ben and Woods on the Fan.
Coming up Monday morning, we'll wrap up the Padres weekends.
And before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule is,
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
I will take one.
The winner, Scrady, has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they both are winners if they pass this.
The winners.
Yeah,
of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now, this is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
maybe.
Okay. All right.
No, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
All right.
Adam's ready. There, away he goes. He does have a full spoonful for those listening on that.
I'm literally sweating watching him do this right now. That's a full spoon.
All right.
That is a full spoon.
Down the hatch we go.
All right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not. He did not trickle that down the throat. He just
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby. Scraby, did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
We're going to see it. I'm going to watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. I am, are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling
nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
It's all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what
there.
the competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
too?
Yeah, go for
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon, no double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where I don't.
I
think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right,
Big
he
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valenzuela
this.
in the YouTube chat, by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing at drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see. I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed up.
College
But
boy.
I must tell you, Tony, that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't be
check.
able to cash
I
it.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I
Scraby?
gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that tie,
The tie thing,
was
yeah, 'cause
super weak.
this is less than a 10, right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The tie
Scraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
This
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
Scraby,
going
another
for
one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow,
Delicious.
you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
It's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking trash now.
Well, he
I haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now
Hey,
I'm
man.
going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you
are
got a
doing
whole
this
other
to
spoon?
yourself.
No, because I don't want.
You don't want Adam to say he
By
has
the way,
wheat sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that look. He's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy, Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam isn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug.
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Jamie's
son of
not
a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going
go
to
get
bed. Yeah, you know,
assistance.
want the milk, dude? It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
said
know you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
problem.
He did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Scraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one a jar of the ghost.
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa
as you want at all
and
times.
the,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's Roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild. My
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah.
It's one of the
Up there.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
the
Okay.
X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I'd
us
have
tell
said
us the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
Want to see if you
is
can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
That's
one of
not
you
happening.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it
love
anymore.
this.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Scraby,
this.
has a jar
yes,
of
here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
Products.
both are winners if they
Hold on
pass
a
this.
second.
I
The
hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now I am.
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No,
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we doing
All
it?
right, here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He
for those
does.
listening.
This
On that.
is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
All
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
down
spoon.
the hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He did
turn?
not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in?
Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby.
They
Scraby,
both
did
did.
you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're gonna see
Tasty.
it. I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. I am, are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what the
there.
tactician's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
too?
Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon. No double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where I don't think
I always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right.
Big
He
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valenzuela
this.
in the
Wait,
YouTube
now,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing at drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed
All right.
up.
I'll let you
But
boy.
this
I must tell you, Tony,
wait.
that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't be
check.
able to cash
I
it.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend.
Scraby,
I gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that tie,
the tie thing,
was
yeah, 'cause
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The time
Scrape.
was just as bad.
You're turning a little red.
By the way, this is delicious.
Oh, my God.
Keep
Let's
going,
get another
Lars.
one. Yes. Come on, Adam. Wow.
Delicious.
You're going to have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh,
It's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
all right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking trash now.
Well, he
I haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now I'm going to take another one.
5 list.
I love it. It sounds sadistic, but I love it.
This is the Countdown. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, countdown. Each Friday we pick some topic. Usually it's sports related, as it is today. Greatest trades in Padres history. I don't think the Casey Mize trade is yet under
It's not
consideration.
solidified yet.
But maybe the Robbie Ray trade could move into contention tonight. We'll have to find out a little bit later on. We'll count it down. And I'm going to go first today.
Yeah, you go first.
I don't
You got
always
this. No, you got
call
this.
it.
Number 5.
All right, the number 5 greatest trade I think in Padre history happened on a kind of a date that now lives in infamy, but January 6th. But this was in 2006.
Oh, I was good. Oh, man.
Yeah, not the same day or same date.
Yes, yes.
This was a trade the Padres made with the Texas Rangers. And the Padres sent a pitcher named Adam Eaton, who was okay. A reliever named Aki Otsuma. Do you remember him at all? Otsuka?
I've heard the
He
name.
set up Trevor for a couple years. And some guy, I don't know who he was, Billy Killian. And it's funny to read some of these trades because I'm sure at the time people are like, oh, we're giving away prospects again. Yeah, like who is
Did
this
people
guy?
say this in the 70s?
This was
In
in
the no, I'm saying like
in the,
it like did,
well,
did
no,
people
there was
say
no
that?
because there was no social media for them to say it back then.
All right, that's
But this
fair.
was in 2006. In exchange for those guys, the Padres got Termel Sledge, who would be on the all-name team.
Yes.
They got pitcher Chris Young, who really did some good things for the Padres as a pitcher, and now is back in Texas as their GM. But the centerpiece of that trade was acquiring homegrown Adrian Gonzalez. So I think, with the kind of impact Adrian had as a Padre, I thought that was the number 5 greatest trade in Padre history. What do you have? What do you and Tony have over there?
Well, I'm going to start with one that's that I don't even know if it actually happened because this person
I'll confirm or deny it for you.
This person may not have ever existed.
Oh, goodness.
According to Pete Crow Armstrong. So we have no idea if this happened.
Oh,
Chris.
true.
But the trade of Babe Ruth from the Red Sox to the Yankees on December 26, 1919.
Yeah.
One of the worst trades in the history of
one of the best trades, though, if you're a Yankee.
Yes, but if you're the Red Sox,
Depends
you're
which side of that you're on.
It was $100,000 payable in 4 annual installments of $25,000 at 6% interest. So this was big money for back then.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Babe Ruth being traded from the Red Sox to the Yankees had the Red Sox cursed until like 2006 or something.
2004. So, yes, it was 85 years worth of curse. Okay, so in case you haven't figured out, now Scraby's list and Tony's list is going to include trades from all franchises.
I think the rest of them are going to be Padres.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just throwing that in as a special
because it's a big trade, and I don't know if it happened because I don't know if Babe Ruth existed. So
yes, the Red Sox and the faithful. That's one of the most famous trades, certainly, in sports history.
Number 4.
All right, number 4, back to the Padres. And this guy is not quite Babe Ruth, but he thinks he is. That was the trade that the Padres made on August 2nd, 2022, acquiring Juan Soto. It's hard for me to admit this because you know how I loathe Juan Soto. Josh Bell also came in this trade. But that was the day, whether you want to give Juan Soto credit for it or not, to me, that was the day when the Padres joined the world of baseball relevance. When they did that, everyone was like, wow, we got to look at this team now.
Yep.
The Padres have never had relevance like they've had the last, half a decade. And the Juan Soto trade, to me, pushed it over the top. Obviously, C.J. Abrams and James Wood went. But the other guys that went in that trade, is anybody missing Luke Voigt, Robert Hassel, or Jarlin Susanna?
I miss Luke Voigt and his.
Well,
his
I missed him
chest
because
hair.
he was a fun guy, but none of those three have ever done anything.
No, and you know what I gotta say? I'll give Luke Voigt a lot of credit because he got shipped to Washington and it was not
And they were
good for
terrible
him.
at the time.
Eric Hosmer turned down the trade, which he had the right to do due to his contract stuff.
So they had
and his career ended after that.
Yeah, it was kind of the beginning of the end for Luke Voigt. I will say this: as much as it pains me to watch Abrams and James Wood do what they do, the national franchise still has done nothing since that trade. The Padres, in the meantime, have been a perennial playoff contender or playoff team.
And we can say that until the Nationals go to the World Series.
Well, it hasn't happened yet. But to me, the relevance is the big deal with bringing Juan Soto here. Number 4. What do you got?
Of course, that is a great one. I'm sure you're going to have this on your list, or maybe not, but how could we not mention when the White Sox traded Fernando Tatis Jr. in June of 2016? They acquired Fernando for James Shields and Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson actually came here. We got him too.
Yeah. So James Shields and I got you.
We got Fernando and Eric Johnson.
I read that wrong. Yes, but Fernando, obviously, the one that.
He's one of the faces of the franchise. Certainly, this is my number 3. So you're ahead of the game there.
All right.
James
Number
Shields,
3.
The Padres also had to give some cash to the White Sox, and I was trying to find out how much that was, but I don't know.
$10.
Yeah, it might have been, but yeah, Fernando coming for James Shields, great trade. And always maybe considered, because when you get to my 1 and 2, and they'll probably be on your list, but 1 and 2, I don't know that those trades are as big as steals as this one was.
Okay, yeah.
Considering what we gave up to get Fernando, this was a steal.
Yes.
All right, you're number 3.
All right.
Or you're in Tony's number 3.
Yeah. This is a combination list of the best Padres trades. Blake Snell traded to the Padres. I remember this like it was yesterday. It's December 30th. We were still on winter break, 2020. Adam called me, said, huge trade. Can you and Brayden do a show tomorrow?
Oh, really? You had to go in and do a show for this
fine.
one, huh?
Blake Snell from the Rays to the Padres. The Padres gave up Luis Patino, Cole Wilcox, Blake Hunt, and Francisco Mejia. The Padres got Blake Snell and a Cy Young Award out of it. So,
and basically, the Rays, who are a really good franchise and do smart stuff, got absolutely nothing from any of the 5 players you just mentioned.
Luis Patino made it back to the big leagues, but he wasn't very good, and Francisco Mejia faded out too.
And, I know you don't want to admit it out there, but I know there were many of you thought the Padres got fleeced in that trade by giving up Luis Patino and all these other guys.
Yeah. This is a good exercise. This is a good exercise.
You never know.
In trade stuff.
All right.
Number 2?
Number 2, great Padre trades. This is the biggest trade in the franchise's history, and it paid off for them handsomely in the end. It happened on December 28th, 1994. It was a 12-player blockbuster.
Wow.
And I remember the UT put the pictures of all 12 guys, I think, on the front of the sports section.
Really?
The six who came and the 6 who left.
Wow.
Those who left were Derek Bell, Doug Brocail, Ricky Gutierrez, Phil Plantier, Craig Shipley, the Aussie, and a pitcher named Pedro Martinez, although not that one. Those 6 players went to the Houston Astros. And here's who came to the Padres: Ken Caminiti and Steve Finley. And then 4 other guys who didn't amount to much. Caminiti and Finley basically defined the Padres of the 90s and were right in the middle of leading them to the World Series in 1998. And some of the success that they actually had after 98, winning some more division titles. And they are 2 of the greatest players in the history of this franchise. A 12-player trade with the Astros, number 2.
I always find it interesting when they're like 12, 15-player trades. Like, how do you know that's even?
Yeah, you don't.
You don't at all.
But when you get right down to it, it was Caminiti and Finley for Derek Bell, pretty much, and that's really kind of a blowout in the end.
So this one came from Tony.
Okay.
Date is June 24th, 1993.
Okay.
It was the Padres sent Gary Sheffield and Rich Rodriguez to the Marlins for Trevor Hoffman, Andres Burman, and Jose Martinez.
And whoever those two guys, I don't know.
Yeah, but they got a Hall of Famer
They
out
got
of
a
it.
Hall of Famer out of that one.
They gave up a Hall of Famer, too. Is Sheffield in the Hall of Fame?
Close. I'd have to look. But here's the interesting thing about that while you look up Sheffield. I don't know if he's quite in the Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
But she's a hell of a player. The Padres had to trade Sheffield and everybody else they had that year. That was all part of a fire sale because the ownership here was so bad. They didn't want to pay anybody, and Sheffield was too good of a player. Kevin Towers had to do this. They ordered him to get rid of the people like Sheffield.
That's crazy.
Give Kevin Towers credit because he came back with Trevor Hoffman.
He came back with a Hall of Famer.
Came back with a Hall of Famer.
That's a win in my book, I would think.
Yeah, I would say so.
Number one.
All right, that was my number one.
Oh, I blew it.
No, you didn't because I got others.
Okay.
And this is not one that I would consider to be a big win for the Padres. But I think in the history of trades the Padres have made, this may have included the biggest names. It happened on December 5th, 1990. The Padres traded Roberto Alomar and Joe Carter to the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Padres got a shortstop by the name of Tony Fernandez, who was damn good, and a Hall of Famer in Fred McGriff. That was a big name deal. The issue with it is that Alomar and Joe Carter helped the Blue Jays in 92 and 93 win the World Series. McGriff and Tony Fernandez did not help the Padres do the same thing.
Yeah.
So McGriff does still won the home run title. I mean, he did some great things here, but I think the Blue Jays won that one.
My number one, or at least Tony and I discussed, and I think that he picked this one because of the great memories that he has from the 1998 season, 1998 season, when the Padres gave up Derek Lee, Steve Hoff, and Rafael Medina for Kevin Brown. They brought him to San Diego.
Kevin Brown had an incredible year in 1998. Derek Lee, yes, a couple of other guys left. Derek Lee was a hell of a good young prospect.
He ended up posting a 2.38 ERA, 7 complete games, 3 shutouts, and one of the best postseason performances of all time.
I would say that as good as Randy Jones is winning his Cy Young and Jake Peavy winning his, even Jake, I think you might get him to at least discuss the fact that Kevin Brown's season here in 98 was as good as any pitcher's ever had for the Padres, or at least any starting pitchers ever had.
I mean, you're giving up Derek Lee? That's a big deal.
Derek Lee helped the Marlins win the World Series in 2003, so they got something out of it.
Yeah, I guess so, but the Padres don't seem to be getting what the other teams are getting, so we need to turn that around.
A couple of the best of the rest. Joe Musgrove coming from the Pirates.
Yep.
David Bednar, Joey Lucchesi. Those were the guys that were moved there. I say that's the best of the rest. And in honor of our guest today, so far, Mason Miller for Leodalis DeVries is a one-sided deal. I know DeVries wins all the AAA awards, but we're getting 30 saves, a 0.75 ERA, and 135 strikeouts in 70 innings for free. I say that's worked out to our advantage.
It's pretty good. Here's another honorable mention.
Okay.
The Padres' second Juan Soto trade. The one where they traded him to the Yankees.
And got Michael King.
They have Michael King, Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito. Whatever happened to Johnny Brito? He's back in the minor leagues.
He's toiling in the minors. Yeah.
Drew Thorpe was flipped for Dylan Cease.
Yeah, so the Padres got a lot there, too.
They did. That was a good one, Chris. Good idea.
All right. There were some of the great trades back and forth in Padre history. We are coming up on the top of the hour. We do have Chris versus the fans coming off a day in which I was the winner.
Yes, you were.
We'll see who can turn the tables on that here today. 833-288-0973. You're going to chance to see the concert by The Muse, or is it just Muse?
Just Muse.
Yes, just
Muse.
no the for them.
Nope.
You know, there was a famous group. I don't know if they're Europe, but there was a group that was quite good called The.
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of them.
No, that's pretty silly, Chris.
Well, don't make fun of their name.
The?
Yeah, they had good music. Call them up. They had good stuff.
I'm not going to call up the.
I'll call them up.
I don't want to.
But you'll have tickets, 2 tickets to see Muse. Somebody in the chat enlighten him about the. They're a real group. You think I'm just making it up?
I'm not. I didn't think that.
Muse will be at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater August 29th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com, and let's play Chris versus the fans when we come back.
Padres, Astros.
All right, first pitch coming up. Blake Dunn getting ready to hit. And we're
That's
underway. Gets him to chase after that one. Right through there for a strike.
Really
Ball,
good
that's
take,
up.
especially with 2 strikes.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball 3. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swings and misses. 1 away. Here's the lineup for the Reds. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now he's challenging the called strike.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Sal Stewart, the next to hit, takes outside. That one close, ruled a ball. And the count is 2-0. Tap foul at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Just
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Tatis. And that is that. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. High fly ball down the left field line. Bleday going back. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot. The Padres score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
1 down. Next for the Padres, Ty France. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
Batting fourth.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Manny Machado up to the plate. Swings and misses and 1 down below the zone. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Flying around third is France. The relay to the plate. He'll score easily. It's 2-0.
Picks himself up at RBI.
All right, first pitch coming up. Blake Dunn getting ready to hit. And we're
That's the
underway.
ball.
Gets him to chase after that one. Right through there for a strike.
Really
Ball,
good
that's
take,
up.
especially with 2 strikes.
And that
Ball.
is downstairs. And that's ball 3. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
You know, 4 o'clock. Going to play Chris versus the Fans. 833-288-0973. Chance to win tickets to see Muse. Did anybody clue you in on the yet?
They just said 80s band.
Yeah, they weren't bad. But they were real. I think you thought I was just making it up.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I would assume that a band would be dumb enough to name themselves that.
They were. So we'll get to this in a second. I'll guess join us on the SDCCU fan hotline, not Big Bank Banking. It's better. That's where Mason Miller joined us earlier, Padres closer. You'll have a chance to hear that reprised in the 5 o'clock hour. We also just finished our countdown, which I think was a fun look back. Some of the great trades in the history of the Padres. But Scraby, I think correctly so, ducked in the most famous baseball trade of all time, Babe Ruth going from the Red Sox to the Yankees. And I told you there's one little strange thing about that trade. The owner of the Red Sox then was a guy named Harry Frazee, I think. He sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees. And you said, what was it, $100,000?
Yes.
Which was a ton of money at the time.
Ton of money.
But he needed to do that to finance a Broadway musical he was producing. And it's always been commonly thought that the name of that musical was No No Nanette, which is a bit of a famous musical. But actually, it was another musical called My Lady Friends, which was later adapted into No No Nanette. I'm only giving that because most people will tell you, oh, yeah, it was for No No Nanette. In a roundabout way it was. Just to clear everybody up.
Man,
you don't care about that.
I'm so happy that we just cleared that up. I'm just so happy.
Again, Scraby, I have 3 letters for you.
I don't know what they're going to be.
OCD. I have to have things correct. See what I mean?
What happens the rest of the time then?
I know. It doesn't always show up.
I'm full of great jokes today,
You're
everybody.
hilarious.
I'm full of great jokes.
We mentioned it the other day, but worst trade made in the last 10 years in baseball, maybe 12 years. I'm going to tell you what it was. Because it's the team that everybody calls the smartest organization in like the history of the sport. The Dodgers acquiring relief pitcher Josh Fields from the Astros for a prospect named Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I hate to tell you, but where would the Dodgers be if they didn't make that trade? Guess they wouldn't have needed to sign Kyle Tucker and all the rest of the guys they've signed because they'd already have Yordan Alvarez.
Oh, they probably would sign him anyway. Come on.
Bill Howe Studios. We know how. Let's see how much we know in today's Chris versus the Fans.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I would like to tell you that you were incorrect about something earlier.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Wouldn't be the first time.
Kevin Towers, or you win if you're a first-time player.
Or was it yesterday? Contestant. Somebody called in and said they were a first-time contestant.
I'll take anything, any of those. I love it when people yell that at me. You get your question for free. Today has not been my greatest
I think you've been
day.
on it. This is compared to most days.
Really? Really? You think I've been on it?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Well, I'll take it. Now, let's go to our first contestant. We're going to go to longest holding caller is Wyatt. Hello, Wyatt.
Hey, Wyatt.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. You ready to play?
Absolutely.
All right. Question number 1. Which NFL franchise does not do their training camp in their home state, but instead they do it in Oxnard, California?
Isn't it in Thousand Oaks or is it Oxnard?
It's Oxnard.
Okay. Used to be Thousand Oaks.
Yes. I guess since this isn't number 1, I'll say they beat the Texas Heat.
Yeah, that's a tough question for number 1.
Is this Dallas, the Cowboys?
Yeah,
the
you
Cowboys
got it.
is
Wyatt,
correct.
good for you. You got it. Scraby, I think.
I don't think that's a. I mean, we talk about it all the time.
That's a tough one.
We talk about it all the time.
Cowboys do train out here. That is true.
Since
Most teams
1963.
Yeah, but most teams used to train elsewhere. Now they all figured out how dumb it was to fly all over the country just for training camp, and they do it closer to home.
Okay.
But not the Cowboys.
Not the Cowboys. I mean, it is hot in Texas.
The Raiders, when they were in L.A., used to do training camp in Oxnard. The reason I know that is they said to drive out there every couple of days and do stories.
Really?
And it was way the hell out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Wyatt. Here we go. Question number 2. Which of the tennis Grand Slam tournaments occurs last?
I think it's a fair question.
All right.
Is this a 2?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the tennis Grand Slam tournaments, Wyatt? Are you a bit of a tennis fan at all?
I am not a tennis fan in the slightest, so I'm not even going to even bother to try and cheat and look it up.
You can't name the name of a. I know, but I'm asking him if he can name the name of a tournament, because if he passes, I'm going to get it. So I'm trying to give him a shot here.
Just name a tournament.
Well, I appreciate you trying to help, but I'd rather give this one to someone else. I took a tennis class in college, and I flipped on a banana peel. I swear.
Okay, Wyatt, just stay there just in case Chris doesn't know
That was
it.
funny. The U.S. Open's last.
The U.S. Open, but I appreciate the story, Wyatt.
Yeah, good job, and appreciate you calling in, Wyatt.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll win another time.
Yes, we've taken Wyatt before.
Yep.
All right, let's go to our next one, Craig. Hello, Craig.
Hello, how's it going? Happy Friday.
Happy
thanks, Craig.
Friday. All right, let's go with our first question. When Jackson Merrill was drafted, what position was he drafted for?
Shortstop.
Shortstop is correct. All right, let's go to question number 2. All right. I don't want to ask that question. I'm sorry. All right. Which team won the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil? The reason I asked this is very famous, Chris.
It is?
Yes.
Brazil.
Stay there. Stay there.
Very famous.
It is, and I'll tell you why in a second.
It can't be too famous. I don't know what the hell you're even talking about. Argentina? I don't know.
Argentina is incorrect.
Oh, good for you, Craig. You stay alive. Why was it famous?
Because Germany beat Brazil at home 7-0 or something like that.
Oh.
In the final. That was a big deal.
Wow, famous. Okay.
Just because you don't know doesn't mean it's not famous.
True.
Okay. Let's go to question number 3.
But Craig didn't know either. So.
Well, Craig's the contestant. He's not the guy the game is based after.
Okay.
Here we go. Question number 3.
On to the title, Craig, for you, hopefully.
Who was the last Padres manager to win a division?
Division champion?
Yeah. Last Padres manager to win their own division.
Wait a minute. To win the pod? Wait. All right.
To win the West? Buddy Black.
Bud Black.
Oh, Bud Black.
Not Bud Black.
Stay there.
Well, I don't like the way you worded this.
Why?
Because The last Padre manager to win their division. What do you mean, like the Padres? Like,
well, I'm just saying, like,
who was the manager?
I'm not gonna, because when they came into the league, were they the National League West? Have they been the National League West since 1969?
Yes.
Okay, well then, who was the last managers to win the National League West
For the Padres.
for the Padres?
So who was the Padre manager
This
the
is
last
not
time
that
they
hard.
won the NL
This is
West?
not that hard.
I don't know. Was it? They haven't won. They've only won 5. We already did that. Bochy. Oh,
I'm sorry about that, Craig.
Was that a 3?
That was a 3.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, you acted
I got
like
confused.
it was.
No, I got confused because usually 3s are a little crazier than that, and I felt Bochy was the obvious answer, so I got thrown off.
All right, sorry about that, sir.
Sorry, Craig.
Give me next longest holding caller. We got 2 guys at the same point. Give me a 4 or 5. Line 4 or 5, Chris.
I can't come up. 4.
4.
It was hard for
It's
me.
our guy John
but I went
Temecula.
4.
Hello, John.
Hey, John.
What's up, guys? How you been?
Busy, but how are you? I know that you have some time on your hands now.
A little bit. I'm still busy making money doing other stuff, and
true.
I'm going to be the new baseball PA announcer for Palomar College next baseball season, so I'm excited about that endeavor.
Oh, that is awesome. Very nice. I like that, John.
And I'm really excited that I get to compete to win tickets to see
the Muse.
He's heard of the.
I
He
know
knows
John
where
has.
it's at.
I know John has. Okay. All right.
Yes,
Here we
I'm
go.
older than you are, Scraby. I was all about the 80s music. They did have a couple of really good songs. For sure they did.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you,
I'll
John.
trust you. I'll trust you. John's in
You
the
didn't
music.
trust
so
me, but you trust him.
Because John's an authority on the music, okay?
Apparently.
John, what is the name of the pause in between the top and bottom of the 7th inning?
The 7th inning stretch.
Thank you.
You know what I mentioned earlier that what was it that I said from baseball that has gone the way of the dodo bird? Oh, the stirrups. Nobody wears stirrups anymore. You know what else has gone the way? The 14th inning stretch.
The 14th inning
Yes,
stretch.
they used to have it, but games never last that long anymore.
Is that true?
That is very true.
The 14th inning
Yeah,
stretch.
they had
People
it.
were all about it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
People needed a stretch at that time.
Did they now?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. All right. Manny Machado is coming up on a home run milestone. What number is he about to reach?
350.
350.
I think you already hit that one, John. Sorry to
Stay there.
say. I think 400 would be next for Manuel.
Ooh, I'm sorry, John.
Sorry, John. Always great to have you on, though. You are the man, and
all right.
I'll
the
talk
hot
to you soon,
sauce
John. I'll
is
text
to
you.
die for. What
yes,
can I say?
Yes.
Thanks, John.
You
Good
should let him
talking
win
to
a
you.
little bit more.
By the way, Fernando's only 2 short now of Nate Colbert. When he passes, or, I'm sorry, not Nate Colbert. No, wait.
Nate
It is Nate Colbert.
Yeah, Nate Colbert
Nate's
was
second.
Yes.
Fernando's third. So,
Yes.
yeah, Fernando needs 3, and then it'll be Manny, Fernando, 1-2 on the Padre list.
That is kind of
coming
crazy.
up.
I mean,
Yeah.
2 guys in the last 10 years.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Josh in Carmel Valley. Hello, Josh.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Are
Hi,
you ready
Josh.
to play?
Good luck to you.
Yeah, I'm ready to play.
All right, here we go. Question number 1.
Haven't had any first-time contestants today.
What? This is an easy one, I think. Or let me start this over. Which NFL team was the last to go undefeated in 1972?
How about the only team?
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins.
There we go. We give the guy the prize right there.
Oh, just everything?
Just saying the Dolphins. It's nice to know they are the answer to something.
Yes, they were, Chris.
Yeah,
there we go.
They were
Question
relevant
number 2.
for a time.
All right, let's see here. Ooh, this is going to be open for either of you. What is the highest belt you can get in Taekwondo?
What color?
Yep.
A black belt?
A black belt is correct.
Who didn't
nice
know that?
job. Me?
You didn't?
I didn't do
Everybody
karate.
knows that black belt's like the big deal,
I
except
didn't
for
do-
you, I guess.
I didn't do karate.
I didn't either, but I knew a black belt was. Anyway, good for you, Josh. One more for the title.
Here we go. Question number 3. In the NFL's strike-shortened 1982 season, who became the only kicker in NFL history to win MVP?
Gosh.
1982.
How sad of a season was that?
I know. Kicker. He does not know. He's going to pass.
I got bad news for him.
You remember this?
It was a straight-on kicker named Mark Mosley.
Oh, my goodness.
For the Washington pre-Commanders.
Yes, the Redskins.
I don't know. He hit like 4 game-winning field goals. There was actually another guy who was a quarterback/kicker who won MVP in 1970 named George Blanda for the Raiders.
I remember George Blanda. I didn't realize he won
also
MVP,
was
though.
a kicker.
I mean,
But he
kicker
wasn't
as
a
your
full
MVP? What are we doing here?
George Bland at least played some quarterback
What are we
also.
doing here?
How about that, by the way? How crazy is that? Quarterback, kicker. Now coming in to attempt the 49-yard field goal to win the game, Tua Tagovailoa.
Well, I thought it was like,
how silly does that sound now?
It sounds really stupid.
Yeah, George Blanda
Cordell
did
Stewart,
both.
I was always a big fan of.
Oh, that's true. Slash.
Yeah, but he didn't really do much of the
I don't think he
punting
did
and the kicking.
Yeah,
There was a couple things that he did.
Okay.
Maybe not kicking, you're right. All right, we're going to go with Mark Mosley for our tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker today. Who's up?
Let me see. Actually.
Well, you should go to line, or did you do line 5? Because I said 4.
Oh, okay. Let's
Should
do
do
line 5. Hello, Dan. Hello. How are you? Hello.
Hey, Dan.
Hi. How you doing?
Welcome in.
All right, Dan, I'm pretty sure you know the rules, but I'm going to ask Chris for a number. He's going to give me the number. Dan's going to guess whether the actual number is higher or lower than what Chris said. Chris, in Mark Mosley's 16-year kicking career, what was his longest field goal made?
Oh, man, they didn't make them too long in those days, like 31 yard. No, I know, that's silly. Mark Mosley, he had to make at least one from 54.
54?
At least one. Like, that would probably be it, though.
All right, well.
So I'm saying his career long is 54 yards.
Well, I'm going to have to ask a different question because you got it, and there's no way for Dan to either go
that was
higher
it?
or lower.
54?
54.
It was just a total guess, obviously.
Okay, this is going to be really difficult, Chris. How many field goals out of 42 attempts did he make from 50-plus yards?
Oh, wow. All right, so out of 50.
42 career attempts from 50-plus,
Right.
How many did he make?
Before I guess, I will tell you that whatever his percentage was would have him cut from every NFL team out there right now. I bet you he didn't make more than 15 out of 42.
15.
But I'll say 17 just to...
All right, 17.
Make it
Dan,
more
is
in
the
the
actual
middle.
answer higher or lower?
Way higher.
Way higher. Is he right?
Way lower.
Way lower. See? 12, yeah.
12.
They didn't make him from 50 then, man.
Sorry about that, Dan.
That's crazy.
All right, let me get a new contestant.
Way
on the
lower.
phone.
He missed 30.
He missed
12
30.
for 42. Could you imagine missing 30 field goals? You would not be around long enough to miss 30.
All right, Alex is the next longest holding caller.
I think Alex is the last shot.
All right,
Otherwise, I
Alex.
win for the second straight
Stay
day.
right there. I'm going to come back to you. All right, let's continue with our Mark Mosley.
Got more Mosley.
Between 30 yards and 39 yards in his
He
career.
had to be a
Chris.
little better, I hope.
Out of 137 attempts, how many did he make?
100.
100. Alex, is the actual answer higher or lower? Alex?
Who, me?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
Alex,
there he
aren't
is.
you?
See, you never said hello to him.
Oh,
You
I
just
didn't.
kinda- no,
Oh,
you
I'm
just
sorry
brought him
about
on.
that.
You didn't know he was on.
Oh, I thought okay. Is the actual
Well, hang
answer?
on. Just say hello to Alex. He's a good guy. All right, now you're ready.
All right, Alex. Is it higher or lower
My
than
first time, by the way.
First time.
Man, we got everything working against us right now. So save that for next time.
Yeah, you use that next time because we're in the tiebreaker.
Oh man, this is the worst Chris versus the fans of the week. Is the actual answer? So Chris said that
I said he
Mark
made
Mosley,
100 out of 137. But remember, this is in the 70s and 80s, so it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Did he make more than 100 or less? That's for you to decide, Alex.
All right, Alex, come on, man.
Alex?
All right, I don't know what's
I think
happening.
he hung up. I think we
No,
just
he's
lost
still there.
him entirely.
He's still there.
No, I'm here.
I know.
All right, well, what's the? You got to give us an answer.
I said less.
Less.
Oh, he said less.
Game is over. This game is over.
It was more?
Chris has won twice this week. Sorry, Alex. That wasn't your fault. That was my fault.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was my fault.
All right,
but
well-
Alex, you are still there. Keep your first-time contestant for next time.
Be a first-time contestant next time. Well, just like yesterday, Scraby, we'll give away the prize in the next segment, and I will do it with a awesome trivia question that I think you're going to love.
You think I'm going to
You're going to enjoy it.
Okay.
You're going to enjoy knowing the answer to this question.
Because I feel like today has been me with my head cut off running around today, so I hope I enjoy it.
All right, we'll take a break while Scraby tries to locate his head. Did you say walking around with your head cut off, didn't you?
I will locate my head in the break.
Well, I'm going to give you some time to find it when we during the break.
This is such a weird day.
Back to Gwynn and Chris. 4:27 is the time. Congratulations to nobody for the second straight day. Nobody can solve the world of Chris versus the fan. So I'll give you all a trivia question here in a moment. And this is fun trivia coming up. And I think you're going to like it, Scraby. Here's my thing. I think you're going to enjoy hearing the answer to this, and I think you're going to enjoy taking a guess or two yourself.
All right. I do like some trivia.
So we'll see, how that goes. But that's coming up in a moment. What is going? We haven't really looked around. I know we got Padres, we got the game tonight, Astros, the whole thing. This used to be the old NL West. You talked about have the Padres been in the West their entire time? Well, yes, they have. And in 1969, now understand that in 1968, the year before the Padres came in, there were no divisions. Okay, so there was 10 teams in the National League, 10 in the American League, and it was all one division. And the winner of that division won it. You won the pennant. You went right to the World Series.
That's what they say, win the pennant.
That's why they say win the pennant, yeah. So in 1968, the winner of the National League pennant was the Cardinals. On the other side, in the 68 American League was the Tigers. They went right to the World Series. There was no stopping, collecting $200, passing, go. You just went right to the World Series. So 1969 was a bit of a, gambit in the sense that, we were going to make divisions for the first time, and we were going to actually have a playoff before you got to the World Series. And so 1969, the Padres came in, and they were put in the National League West, which made perfect sense along with the Dodgers and along with the Giants. What didn't make any sense and will never to this day make sense to anyone is the other three teams put in the National League West were the Houston Astros, who were centrally located.
Yep.
The Cincinnati Reds, also central. And then, making no sense at all, the Atlanta Braves.
It was the same thing in the NFL.
As far as east as you can go, right? And you would say, well, why didn't the Cubs and the Cardinals just go into the West? They're much closer. But I think there was a big problem. The Cubs and the Cardinals both felt that their bigger fan bases were east. So they wanted to be in the east, so more time. It was something to do with the start time of games. They didn't want to be out on the West Coast so often playing games. So the Cubs and the Cardinals were like, no, they were really adamant about not being in the Western Division, and they won out. Evidently, they had more power or whatever it was.
Cubs should have, put lights in their park first.
Right, the Cubs didn't have lights.
They were playing
Remember
night
that?
games, so you can't be controlling.
Do you know when
things,
they
Cubs.
dated the first Cubs game with lights?
86 or something?
8-8-88.
8-8-88.
It's an easy way to remember.
That's a good way to remember.
And I believe the first game was rained out. And people said, that was the good Lord's way of telling the Cubs they should have never got lights. But
that's funny.
Yeah, right. So the Cubs and the Cardinals went east. They won, so there was no one else. The Braves, the Astros, and the Reds were like the next closest. Because the East Division was really east in Montreal, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, New York, and then the Cubs and Cardinals. So they were in the East. So anyway, the very first year, the Braves won the West. Go figure. The Mets, the Miracle Mets, won the East. And the first playoff, the Mets took down the Braves.
The
went
West
on
Coast
to
Braves.
win the World Series.
Wow.
But, yes, the Padres were in the West. But the Padres and Astros, what I was going to finally get to in a long-winded way, was that these were two Western Division rivals for years and years and years. And one last thing about tonight's game, it is a rematch of the very first Padre game ever played in 1969. The Astros were the opponent.
Okay.
There you have it.
Wow.
Enjoy that bit of trivia, but that is not the question.
What is the question?
833-288-0973. I love stuff like this. I think you will too, Scraby, but you will just kind of guess for fun, the winner will win the prize, which is tickets to see Muse. There have been 18,235 games played in National Football League history. I believe that is regular and postseason together. Of those 18,000 games, what is the most common final score?
Wow.
You think you know it?
Well, I don't think I know it, but I read something about this in the last 6 months.
Now, the reason that this is kind of interesting, because it's kind of a deal now. Whenever there's a new score that's never happened, they call it scoregami.
Yeah, there's a Twitter account for it.
Right, so you get the game with they never had a score like that. It will be called. But this score has happened 302 times in an NFL game, which is 58 more times than any other score. So what is the most common final score in an NFL game?
I approve of this question.
Through the years. First person who can guess that, 833-288-0973 will win the tickets. Good luck. Red Sox off and rolling again, 2-0. They lead the A's early. Red Sox 31-5. Speaking of the Athletics, they fired their general manager today. If you can name him.
I can't. I read the article.
I know, exactly. But whoever was the general manager of the Athletics, you talk about working with both hands tied behind your back. You got the worst owner in, well, maybe the worst owner in the American League.
True.
Dick Montfort's always going to give you a run for your money.
That is true.
But, yeah, I think once the Athletics get moved into Las Vegas and everything, you know, that GMs there will have a better chance. Leo got the question right. I want to talk more about it, though, after the Big Five. The most common score in NFL history is 20-17, and that actually happened in last year's NFC playoff. Rams over the Bears was the last time. But a little fun trivia there, and now today's Big Five.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. Chris and I are broadcasting live from the Bell House Studios, where we know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. down at Petco Park, and we got a lot of audio to play today. We're going to hear from Tarek Skubal. We're going to hear from the Purdue athletic director. So let's get right into it.
Number 5.
I just want to put some odds out there.
What?
Over under on how many times the sound doesn't play properly.
For me?
Yeah, like twice, or
I mean,
like you think you're going to get them, like they're all going to be smooth?
Do you think this is the best way to start the Big Five?
Yeah, it's a pretty normal way to start it.
I think it's going to go smooth.
Smoothly, you say. Okay.
Smooth. Do you like how I said smooth?
Not bad.
According to Jeff Passan, the Brewers were real serious about acquiring Mason Miller. Passan said the reports were that the Brewers pushed pretty hard, but in the end decided not to make a deal. Chris, do you think that Mason Miller was actually close to being traded?
I don't, because I don't think the Padres were going to trade him. I think they could have, especially when they got hot right there at the end. There's just no way. I never thought Mason Miller was going to be traded. Jeff Passan also, had the Padres handing Mason Miller to the Yankees. Although, if we could have got that George Lombard guy back, the way he's off to, a good start. But yeah, I don't. I mean, did the Brewers want Mason Miller, or did they want Tarek Skubal, or did they really make a effort for either of them? I don't believe anything with the Brewers. So, still mad at them for not pulling the trigger and keeping Skubal out of the Dodgers' hands. But no, I don't think Mason Miller was going to be traded.
All right. Tony, do you think Mason Miller was ever really actually close to being traded?
No. Probably not. I mean, it would have taken a terrible week leading up to that, like awful, for it to be even on the table. I think, and every time you don't get somebody, you can always turn around and say, we gave our best effort.
Yeah, right.
We pushed hard.
Tried.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say with the
Pushed
Scooble.
hard for Scooble, right?
Yeah, they're
So,
trying to say that was Scooble, but nobody believes them.
So it is what it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you listen to our Mason Miller interview. It will be coming up at 5:20, and it's already online for everybody.
I also really quick. I also think that Mason Miller was acquired by the Padres for one of the great prospects, right? Last year.
Yep.
And so to me, and everybody we talked to, Sam Dykstra and minor league guys said, there weren't a whole lot of players, prospects that good that the Padres could have got back in return. So I don't think it would have even looked good, if the Padres did something like that, so close to acquiring him last year.
Well, I guess
my bad.
I guess if we're giving up a number one prospect, you would at the very least expect one in return. So that would bet the Brewers guy that they didn't want to give for Scooble. So I mean,
right. Madej would have been the one, right? And then you basically would have been saying, okay, we traded DeVries for Madej,
right?
One shortstop prospect for another. So you would have been spinning your wheels in a lot of ways.
Speaking of Tarek Skubal, he was on the podcast Pardon My Take, and he was asked about free agency and all that, and he said this.
I would love to play my whole career in Detroit. I would love to, and hopefully those negotiations can pick back up in November. Once the playoffs are done, and we'll see where that goes. Hopefully they're involved with everything. I would love to return. I got nothing but good things to say about the city of Detroit and.
All right, so what I was aiming at there, Tony. What are the chances that he actually ends up in Detroit?
I don't think we know. We don't even know what the collective bargaining agreement is going to be when he signs. That's the cold part. Like, he's going into free agency at like the I would say the worst
I didn't even
time
think about that
ever. Like it's like unless a team is willing to sign him before December 1st, which is when the collective bargaining agreement ends, which I guess they could, right? Because you're just grandfathering in a system. You know what that would tell me? Honestly, if someone signed him, I would actually be worried at that point. Because that meant a team is like, this system is changing anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and sign this guy. He'll be one of the however many I have. The last one I have to pay. That would send alarm bells off. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think any team is going to do it. And so, yeah. I think there's an outside chance. Who knows? You come back from this collective bargain agreement, maybe there's a shot. I just think that's a tough question to ask, considering we don't even know what the rules and regulations are going to be when he does sign as his free agent. By the way, it probably is going to be like April, March when he signs. So we won't know.
See, I'm not a journalist, so I asked the right question.
Yeah,
I asked the right question.
Wait, what did you say you were yesterday? Not an entertainer either. What were you?
A dude on the radio.
The radio dude. Yeah, dude on the radio.
What do you think, Chris? What are the chances he ends back with the Tigers?
Well, I think, first of all, Tony should cover his ears, because there's no way I'm going to be as nice about Tariq Skubal as he was just then. Because I think Tarek Skubal's full of crap, honestly. I don't think maybe in the back of his mind he'd like to go back to Detroit, but he knows darn well no matter what rules they put in, the Dodgers are going to end up being able to spend way more money to get him. So my final answer to that question would be Chick Hearn's famous line when he broadcast Laker games, and he would say the chances are slim and none, and Slim just left the room. So I don't think he's going back to Detroit.
I do think it's interesting about the
I don't think he's going to L.A.
Really?
No,
wow.
I don't think he's that. Everybody's not an L.A. dude. I don't know if you guys looked around our country. Sometimes people don't like a place like California.
But almost everybody likes those big checks with a lot of zeros on the end.
And blingy trophies.
Look at all the guys that came, with the exception of Mookie. I mean, Freddie was a Californian. Blake lives up in Washington. Like, they're West Coast dudes. And so, listen, Dodgers could very well sign him. I don't know. I think that's just kind of like the.
I think it's a good take, but I think it's a long shot because I think almost everybody feels the Dodgers are like his to
I know,
lose
but
or
feelings
whatever.
don't really matter in this, though. This is fans
Sometimes.
feeling that way.
That's
and
true.
It doesn't always go down that way. Manny Machado got traded to the Dodgers and said, "I don't want to play for the Dodgers."
That's true.
Everybody's different. I know the last wave of, I don't even know if it's wave, right? I think they traded for Blake. Or did they trade for Blake? No, he signed.
No. Wait, Dodgers? Yeah, he signed with the Dodgers. Yeah,
he signed there. They traded Glasnow's traded over there. Yamamoto. That's a different story. I don't know. I just don't think it's a foregone conclusion that specifically Skubal, is just going to be like, yeah, let's do it.
All right. It gives me a little bit of hope.
Number 3.
Purdue athletic director Tommy McClelland is, the new Purdue athletic director, and he opened his press conference in his era with a banger.
Every recruit, every current student athlete will hear this message repeatedly. We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
So as we all know, Indiana just won the college football national championship, so people were like, what are you doing, dude? This is one of the worst things ever. He went on Pat McAfee. He said it was something that he felt in the moment, and he went with it. And as soon as it left his mouth, he said it. He knew it was going to fall flat. He knew he was in trouble. And so I think that's a nice thing to do. So, Chris, you're up first. Is he forgiven after, owning this mistake?
He's an idiot. Yeah, I'm sure he's forgiven. Look, Curt Cignetti, I think where this probably was born from is the fact that when Curt Cignetti was introduced as the head coach at Indiana and they had a rally down at one of the basketball games, he said, blah, 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 I love this job, go Hoosiers, and Purdue sucks. And that was, he got a big roar out of it. And, everybody kind of got behind Curt Cignetti. So I think the AD thought maybe, in the moment,
time for some get back.
He could get a little get back, but he just didn't do it right. He obviously didn't do it right, and he said he was wrong. That's the big manly thing to probably do. I mean, it wouldn't hurt if you're going to say something like that if Purdue had ever won a championship in anything. And I with all due respect to my Boilermaker fans out there, unless there's a Tiddlywinks title banner hanging somewhere that I don't know about. Yeah, I don't remember Purdue ever winning anything in anything.
I heard they won the underwater basket weaving gold medal.
Maybe, yeah. UBW title.
Tony.
Or UWB.
Underwater basket weaving.
Yeah, yes. Whatever, yeah.
Tony, is he forgiven since he owned the mistake?
Yes, he's forgiven. It was just a heat, not even heat of the moment. He just got lost in the sauce there. It's all right. He knew it immediately.
I like the way Tony says it. He got lost in the sauce.
He did. He was feeling it.
He was feeling good. He was, trying to make his pitch, and it just went too far. And then, but he owned it. He didn't double down, which is, the new thing to do.
Yeah, that would have been. That would have been taking a lot of heat.
That would have been all she wrote. So, yeah, I think he can bounce back because he actually owned his mistake here.
Yeah, and he also, I think he should have taken another 5 minutes to compliment the greatness of Pat McAfee before he started taking questions there.
Okay.
I love you, Pat. I'm so excited to be on, he said.
Yes, if you watch the clip, then yes, that's what he says. That's what he says. Hey, how is that any different from when you bring on anyone on the show?
No different.
Okay,
that's why I recognize it.
Thank you.
That's why I recognize it.
I mean, it's Sam Dykstra.
Again, another man owning himself.
True.
That is how you do it.
Yeah, so that is exactly how you do it.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Geno Smith, the Jets quarterback, has been wearing red contacts at practice for the first time in his career to help with glare issues. He said he first heard about this from Santonio Holmes when they were Jets teammates. He said he spoke to some eye specialists, and they suggested him to him. I put up a picture on the screen. You can't really see that they're red, but it is weird. I will admit that. Tony, do you think this will make him an MVP?
MVP?
What?
Tony almost said a bad word.
What are you asking? Is he going to come an MVP because of red contacts?
Yeah, because of red contacts.
Nah, man. If he does, whoever owns that company is about to.
Yeah, they're going to be
blow up.
rich.
They're going to be filthy.
Yeah.
That was a crazy question right there.
I
But
mean,
no, I don't think
he's got red contacts now, so that, he's going to play so much better. It's a yellow tint on the field. He's not going to throw as many interceptions. That was the explanation for last year. Chris, is he going to now win MVP?
Well, I'm going to just ignore the question. I'm going to address some of, what we're talking about here. And first of all, being able to see and being able to feel comfortable, I think would probably help his quarterback play, or at least put him in a frame of mind where he's going to feel a little better. If somebody's trying to sell it to him by saying, hey, you put these on, you won't throw an interception, I think we all know how stupid that probably is. And, look, Geno Smith, he was kind of a punching bag for a long time, but the guy came up and had a great year a couple years ago in Seattle. Now he's put himself in a situation where maybe all the contact lenses in the world can't save you because you're in the Jets organization.
That's a good point.
I don't. But I mean, Tony, I think if somebody gave Tony some sort of something, just made him more comfortable in the batter's box, whatever it is, I think he'd be willing to try it.
Absolutely.
Everybody's looking for a little edge like that. So, I mean, our LT, wasn't he the first to really wear kind of the visor where nobody could see his eyes? And, I don't know if he was first, but he was among the most prominent to do it.
I definitely know that. They have a rule that you have to get some sort of approval for something that does.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now I do. I think they do, right?
Yeah, I don't know that they did when LT started doing it, but I know one thing. Once it started working for him, he saw a lot of guys trying it. So that's
true.
A pretty normal thing in a lot of ways. So
incoming the
But
red
no, I'm not going to
contact lens wave into the NFL.
I actually would probably more willing to buy a stupid California lottery ticket than I would bet on Geno to win the MVP.
Number 1.
All right, this one's sad for me. Longtime San Francisco Giants announcer Mike Krukow revealed that he is retiring at the end of 2026. He has been an announcer for the Giants for 36 years. He said that he wants to thank everyone, and his wife and he has been so blessed to be able to stay in the game for so long. And he said it's made it impossible to feel sorry for himself that his career is coming to an end, which, if you know anything about Mike Krukow, that's something he would say. Chris, any thoughts on Mike Krukow stepping down after the year?
Well, no, because I'm not as familiar with him as a broadcaster. I certainly remember him pitching, and it does sound like he had a great career, so that's good. I think it's interesting you bring this up, though, because I did read that the sports station up there, KNBR, which carries, do they play the Giants and the Niners, or one or the other?
They definitely are Giants.
Yeah, okay, but KNBR, I believe, has let go Greg Papa, the voice of the 49ers, who is apparently going through some horrible health issues right now. And that has actually created a bit of a controversy up in the Bay Area. People thinking that, not a great time to kind of let this guy go when he's trying to just battle through and stay healthy. It's some pretty serious
KNBR is in
issues.
big trouble no matter if it's Greg Papa. The Giants and the radio station now hate each other, it seems like, from reports, and so.
Well, I just, I'd like to see people treat people like Greg Papa a little better, man. That guy's pretty legendary, and I think he deserves better from, basically reading the headline of that story.
Tony, any thoughts on Mike Krukow?
It's sad. Krug is a treat to be around. I mean, him and Kipe together are just gold. Those two gentlemen are why you have Mark Grant.
Yes.
The way he is.
Yes.
They were like his big brothers. They treat him like they were his big brothers too. It is funny to watch. But yeah, man, Crew is he's a good soul, man. I wish him well as he just goes off to do whatever else he's gonna do now.
I think he taught Tony Gwynn Jr. very well how to lay out on home run calls, because you never really heard Krukow jumping in on all of those Barry Bonds calls that Kuiper made back in the day.
It's out of here.
It's deep.
Yeah.
It's far. It is out of here.
Those are good home run calls, though.
Yeah, they are. All right, that's it for the Big Five. When we get back, we still have Mason Miller and more on 97.3 The Fan.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
So last night the bus was to leave for the airport.
Crisello, Scraby, Bill House Studios. We know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. at Petco. He and Jesse have the call after Sam Levitt's pregame show. We can't do anything until you have Sam Levitt's pregame show.
I mean, what do we? Yeah,
right.
We can't. Nothing can go on.
As a matter of fact, usually the game is more of an afterthought.
It is. Everybody just waits.
Yes, people want the pregame show. Sam's coming up in about 35 minutes. All guests on this station join us on the SDCCU fan hotline. Not Big Bank Banking, it's better. Mason Miller, Friar Friday. You'll hear that interview reprised in 15, 20 minutes. So you're in luck if you missed it earlier. As I said, other than when I talked to Scraby, interview with Mason Miller, one of the rare times I get to talk to somebody who's the best at what they do. So I'm excited by that.
He is the best at what he does.
He is the best at what he does.
Yes.
All right. Did we say that Leo won the prize or no?
Yes, we did say
we
Leo
did.
won the prize.
Leo
yes.
got it. It was 20-17.
Yeah.
Is the most common score in NFL history. It's happened over 300 times. We'll have a little fun with that in the next segment. We'll also have Mason Miller in the next segment. But a couple of things to catch you up on today out at the ballpark. Craig Stammen. Was it? Yeah. Stammen? No.
On the morning show?
No, sorry. Eric Grupner on the morning show. Yes. Eric Grupner is the president of the Padres, CEO.
Yes, he is.
All-around good guy. Only guy that I would actually put in competition with you, Scraby.
For what?
When it comes to, sharp-looking beards.
I have seen his beard before, and I've been jealous.
Yeah, his is jealous. His is good.
It's very well manicured. Mine's not as well manicured.
Now, he's a CEO. He probably has people that can come manicure it for him, for all I know. But you have to do your own.
One day.
You have to do your own. But both of you guys have well-manicured beards. Eric Grupner was on with the morning show today, the report. We call it the coach's report. This is the manager's report today, I guess? Management report. Very good. It is brought to you by SDCCU.
I just handed you that.
I know, but I lost it already.
It's right there in front of you.
Where?
I see it to your right. See what I'm dealing with, people?
This is crazy.
I literally just handed it to him
Did I just take it
a minute and a half?
Yes. I don't even remember doing that. Yes, it is presented by SDCCU. It's not Big Bank Banking. It's better. Ben and Woods to Eric Grupner. Now, today the question is one you probably want to hear the answer to out there, because earlier this week the Padres did talk about a increase in season ticket prices for next season. First of all, let's hope there's a next season.
Yeah.
But second of all, Ben and Woods, of course, asked Mr. Grupner about that.
Largely positive feedback. There's voices always out there that are, not going to agree with the approach that we take on any given decision, whether that's a player transaction, a business decision. And overwhelmingly, the response has been positive from the fan base. And our goal is to continue to be the very best we can be for our fans, both with the team that we put on the field, the experience that we give night in and night out at Petco Park. And, we're incredibly grateful for our fans. We remain grateful for the support we get from our fans. And the reality is we're no different than any other business. We've got to make sure at the end of the day that, we can continue to do what we need to do, fielding a top 10 payroll, giving us the greatest opportunity to compete for a championship. And at the same time, no pricing stays flat in our economy. And we're not immune to that. And we've, got to continue to, adjust our pricing as everything else around us is adjusting the costs of running the team. And, I feel like a 3% increase is, fairly moderate, given, the surrounding economy right now and what we need to do. And we have a lot of support from our fans, and we're incredibly grateful for that.
I got something on this.
No, that's a clinic right there, Eric Grupner, because he's answering a question that is so tough to answer.
Very tough.
I imagine there's some fans that are saying, "Hey, good, 3%. We appreciate it's not more." Hard to believe that a lot of people are clamoring to congratulate the Padres on the fact that they're raising their prices. So
no one
we have to
does
take it
that.
with a grain of salt. But he does a great job of answering that question. I couldn't do it.
No, it would be
I'd
tough.
be like,
it would be tough.
Sorry, that's just what you got to pay. So, send the money in.
I actually talked to someone.
He does a really good job at answering those questions. That's why he's a CEO right there. Good
I actually
stop,
talked
Eric.
to someone last night about like sports and why the Padres are raising ticket prices and all this stuff. And they said, you got to think, those hot dogs cost more. Those buns cost more just because of the economy that we live in today. I'm not obviously I'm not a fan of raising prices in any way, but I have to understand it because that's what everybody is doing. It's just one of those things that I'll never agree with, but I have to go along with type of thing,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I wish, like I said earlier, I said yesterday, I mean, I'm in a dream world, but wouldn't it be something if the new ownership could just come in and just wave a wand and go, we're just not going to raise the prices. Our first year, we're coming in, just taking it on, we're just going to be really cool.
Rod,
I know that's not how business works, but I will say I'd be a terrible businessman. I just would, because I wouldn't care how much money I made. I'd be like, as long as I'm, breaking even or getting. I know, but
you would be terrible.
But I would
but
be
you
terrible.
got to think like. And I understand they make money other ways.
You would be terrible.
I mean, if you're going to say I don't care how much money the business makes,
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I know. I'd be like, wait, we made so much, let's lower everything down. I know that'd be my way of thinking, and I know that's terrible for business, but
yeah, I mean,
that's how I think.
It's just one of those things that we're always going to deal with year after year. We talked about it yesterday. 20 to 25 teams in the last couple of years have raised season ticket prices year over year. And the Padres, I will say, due to my research, 3% is on the low side. So, again, these are season tickets. So if you don't like it, I understand why you don't like it. I really do. But you don't have to renew. And I hate saying that, but
it's really unfortunate, but true.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay.
I'm so stuck in the middle on this whole thing.
Well, I mean, my wife went to some dinner the other night with some friends. I don't get to go to this kind of stuff. Scrappy, they don't invite me, but it was like some steak place where they had the $200 Wagyu steaks.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, I wouldn't do it, but if you want one of those, that's what it's going to cost. So
that is crazy.
So you decide.
That is crazy. Rod said he doesn't care about the ticket prices being raised. Just keep the drink costs low.
Yeah, if they could keep, parking. I know parking is another, the city's involved in the parking costs, and there's a lot of people involved. But this first impression is like, God, I got to drop $60 just to put my car in a lot.
Yeah, we did find out.
I wish we could be lower there, but I know that I don't think the Padres set that price.
It's the city. The city and Ace Parking get that money.
Yeah, they do. Too much as far as I'm concerned, but nobody asked me.
When you go around the stadiums and stuff and you see all these different prices, across the board it's ridiculous. Like $14 for a hot dog somewhere, like that's crazy. Yeah, a hot dog does not cost $14, Chris. And when you're at a baseball game, a hot dog is something that is it's American. So make the hot dogs a little bit cheaper, please. For me, at least.
Yeah.
You don't care about the hot dog prices?
Oh, I totally do.
Okay.
I mean, I think it would be incredible if somebody just said, you know what, we're going to take a loss for one weekend and we're going to just charge like $5 for hot dogs.
Me too. And you know what? They probably would make money.
To me, you'd make it back on the other side because you're just doing like a solid for your fans. But I know it doesn't work that way. So, but that's why Eric Grupner's here and I'm over here,
And I'm over here.
Yeah, I'm just talking about it. So, all right. When we come back, Mason Miller, our Friar Friday interview, plus fun with football scores. Stick around.
Search for
place to open the season. Like it always is a special place to play. So, glad to be back here in a different uniform, in front of our fans here. It's, it's an awesome place to play, so I'm excited for it.
Can you walk us through the process, just kind of leading up? They held you out of your start on Friday. Like, what are you doing during that? How difficult is that for you to kind of be up in the air like that?
Yeah, it was weird. I'm super routine oriented. So I was informed the night before my start that I wasn't going to be making it. So kind of had to just wait through the weekend and see what happened. And then, I ended up getting moved right, a couple minutes left for the deadline. So had to get up and travel and get my start pushed back even more, so it was weird. I was on the mound, a few times trying to stay ready. And it was weird, so now I'm glad to settle into normal routine again.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Casey Mize will get another shot, right? With
of
the
course.
Padres. They're not going to.
You think they're going to get rid of him now?
Yeah, it would have been fun if they released him. You didn't look very good.
Yeah, 8 runs, worst thing. Worst of your career?
We're making a move. Casey Mize's next shot will be Monday night against the Brew Crew.
That's a big start.
And that is a big giveaway night, although the T-shirt is way over there, Scraby, so I can't. Hang on. Hold on.
Where is it? Oh, he's going to get it. And he has to display it in a nice way.
Here, you describe while I hold it up.
All right, so it's a nice pocket on the front T-shirt. It has the adventures of Merrill Madness and El Nino in like comic book formats. I think it's a very cool shirt. It's a sand type color shirt.
Right, and if you look at the shirt, this is the pocket, and Scraby said this is where you keep your smokes.
Yeah, you keep your smokes or you keep your cell phone. I did say that. When I was in college, I used to put them right there. Like I was James Dean or something.
Yeah, right. Okay. We got Mason Miller, our Friar Friday interview. You'll hear it in a couple of minutes, but this is stuff that I like to do. So you're going to have to just put up with it.
I wish people knew
how much I put into this whole thing.
Yeah, this is at least an hour's worth of work.
Nah, I'm crazy. I love stuff like this. But we had a trivia question earlier today. The most common score in the history of the National Football League. It's happened over 300 times. And that score is 20-17. So I was looking for some oddities along with that in the world of scores in the NFL. There have been, believe it or not, how many 0-0 ties do you think there have been, Scraby?
Oh, wow.
In the history of the NFL?
I would think at least one.
At least one. How about 73 of them?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
73?
Yeah, the last one was in 1943,
okay,
but
that makes
way
sense.
back in the day, I guess 0-0 is a pretty common score. 73 times. I know, I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
That is crazy.
Last year's Super Bowl, 29-13. I really thought that would be pretty close to a scoregami. I don't know that it's not, but only 12 times in the history. That was a pretty odd score for a Super Bowl.
That is.
Here's a score that I find very interesting that'll never happen again, I wouldn't think. Of course, it happened 80 years ago. Racine, which I don't even... Yeah,
I know the Racine Peaches from a League of Their Own.
This wasn't them. This was the Racine Pro Football Team. Beat the Chicago Cardinals 10-4. Don't think you'll see that one coming around too much.
So they got 2 safeties.
It's the only way you could do it, for sure. Highest scoring 1-point game in NFL history, 1983. I remember it was a Monday night. The Redskins over the Packers, 48-47. The winning extra point. Oh, no, I take it back. Green Bay won, 48-47. Washington had a chance to win, but Mark Mosley missed the field goal.
Oh, man, how did he come up again?
The guy came up again. He could have made it 50-48, but it ended up 48-47 Green Bay.
Man, what a day for Mark Mosley on the Gwynn and Chris show.
He's having a big day. We talked about the highest scoring, the scoregami game last year, the high-scoring tie, Dallas and Green Bay, 40-40. But it's not the highest scoring tie. Raiders, Patriots, you brought this up, 43-43. 1964. Game was played at Fenway Park. seems interesting. Now they do have a college bowl game there now.
I don't think they do anymore.
No, I think it's still there.
Is it still there?
Yeah, I think so.
It seems like they can't fit a football field
the
there,
other
but apparently
interesting,
they can.
the other quick interesting note on that game: Al Davis was the coach of the Raiders.
Yeah, that is
for that game. How about
Can
this?
he fire himself?
Probably. Lowest scoring NFL playoff game. I remember this game. It happened when 1970. Dallas Cowboys 5, Detroit Lions nothing. Dallas had 22 yards passing, but won the game 5-0. I thought that'd be scoregami, but it's happened 2 other times, 5-0 as the final score of an NFL game. All right, these are things that keep me up all night, and I probably will be up all night looking more stuff up like this.
Can I?
What? Can you what?
I just got to tell people, this really made Chris happy doing this.
I love doing this.
It's
I've been
really
looking
made
this
him
stuff
happy.
up all.
He's like,
for
"Can
the
you
last-"
believe this?" And I'm like, you know what? I'm
You
making
just
sure the
don't
radio
care.
station didn't burn down.
Rams beat the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship 9-0, 1979. Only 2 NFL playoff games with less than 10 points scored.
Wow.
More than you needed to know. I get it. All right, let's go to Mason Miller. I mean, if you're going to finish a show, you might as well finish it with the best closer in Major League Baseball.
That's right.
Friar Friday doesn't get a whole lot better than this. We're joined by Padres closer. Into whether you are available or not. If you get a save in back-to-back days, on the third day, could you come in and say, I'm feeling pretty good today. If you need me for a third, or is there a discussion there? How does that work out?
Yeah, I've pitched 3 days in a row this year, and I've been available to pitch 3 times in a row a couple of times as well. And there's also been times where I've had longer outings in those two innings.
Yeah.
Or 2 days, and there's been times where I haven't been available. So it's guys constant communication, and that's the best thing that we can do is just be honest with each other. Coaches and trainers and staff be honest about what they think smart, and me be honest about what I think is best based on how my body's feeling.
Mason Miller joins us here, Padres closer for Friar Friday. And Mason, obviously your fastball slider mix is probably the best in the biz. We've seen you make some big league hitters look foolish, but you have occasionally toyed around with the changeup. You'll mix it in every once in a while when it's the right lead or the right spot for it. How is the changeup coming along for you? Is it do you feel like it's moving in a direction where you could start adding it, at some point?
I feel confident throwing it, yeah, but it's, like you said, hard to go away from my two best offerings.
Yeah.
So it's just finding the right spot, finding the right time where it's a good matchup with the hitter at the time I feel comfortable with it in the game, and just balancing those two things out, but also just sticking to who I am and going and competing with my fastball and slider.
Mason Miller is our guest. I love the choice of word there, your offerings, almost as if you're being kind of nice to the hitter, like, hey, I got to throw you a little slider. It's my offering. I don't know how much you read the press clippings. I'm sure you've heard them. I mean, people who say you're unhittable, and we've seen you look unhittable, but how do you couch that out on the mound? Is there a certain edge that you have to keep out there to make sure that you never get, per se, too full of yourself?
I think it's way further than just the mound, just as a person.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm looking to do is be full of myself or be complacent. I have the ultimate respect for the hitters in the box that I'm competing against. They don't make my job easy, and I'm trying to make their job as hard as possible too. So it's just a balance, of confidence without being complacent. That's probably my favorite way of putting it.
Mason, we talked a little bit about the deadline and kind of being happy that it's moved past you guys, but you guys were able to acquire a couple really good pitchers. What does that do for a locker room? This is already a pretty confident bunch, but adding the two guys that you got into your starting rotation, what can that do for the ambiance of the locker room?
Just confidence, confidence and excitement. Bringing two guys that are having really good years at a position that we've been notably short on this year, albeit from injuries or just by how we're managing the team. We have a really strong bullpen, and I think if we had given some of our starters a longer leash, I think that they would have been able to impress throughout the season. But, everybody kind of knows the drill that the bullpen's really strong, and starter gets us through four or 5 innings, we're going to go to our guys, especially with a lead. So given that Casey and Robbie both have had strong years, I think that they'll get a longer leash. And I look forward to watching them eating and maybe taking a little bit of a load off the bullpen as well.
Mason Miller joining us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. We'll let you roll here, Mason. One last thing. I've really enjoyed some of the scoreboard entertainment that you and especially Jason Adam have provided between innings. You guys seem to get a kick out of it when they show you guys after those things play up there and some of the games and fun you've had. I mean, that's kind of part of the enjoyment. I think this organization kind of, brings all you guys in on that. Was it fun to do? And how much of a kick out of that stuff do you get?
Yes, it is fun. It is nice to show the fans, I guess, a little bit of the look behind the curtain. They know the person we are on the field, the competitor that we are. Jason especially makes it easy to be yourself, and he's one of a kind. So, hopefully get him back healthy and competing on the field. But in the meantime, I guess fans will just have to live with on-screen personality.
Well, Mason, it's exciting and fun to have you on. I know we've been able to have you on before, but not often any of us get to talk to the best in the business. But I think we're enjoying that right now. And, let's finish up. Have a great last 2 months of the season, and hopefully we'll catch up to you in October.
Thanks, Mason.
Sounds good, guys.
Thanks you, sir.
For
we appreciate Mason Miller.
Absolutely.
Fitting us in to his afternoon on his way to the ballpark. Padres got home late last night. They're back at it tonight. We got the game coming up after Sam's pregame show.
Oh, everybody better listen to this because he texted me saying he's got some great audio. He's got a doozy.
All right, we're back Monday, you and I and Tony, to wrap up the weekend and get you ready for the Brew Crew Monday. So stick around. Have a good weekend, everyone. From all of us, Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan.